is the quaking tutorial y'all all asked for. Sorry, I don't feel good. This might not be the best one. But what I do is suck in your stomach, and then when you do that, you suck up with your crotch. It's like you suck in, then you get you just pull take your muscles and pull the air up, and then you just blow it right back out. You just push like you're taking the most gigantic crap of your life. It helps if you bend your knees, and you can also use your hands and push down on your legs, and that helps a lot. Push some pressure on your legs. Like I said, it's not that good because I'm sick. I don't feel good.
For advertising opportunities for the following show, email us at cornerpubsports@gmail.com.
Welcome to the best pubcast around, Corner Pub Sports, bringing you sports, beer, and beyond. Catch the show live every Friday night at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Or get the show wherever you download your favorite podcasts. It's time to grab a cold one, kick your feet up, and enjoy the show. Welcome to the pub.
Hey, this is Brett Myers. You're listening to Corner Pub Sports.
Corner Pub Sports.
Fuck me in my head. Yeah.
Hey. What's going on, everybody?
Welcome to the show. We had our new addition to Countdown, and our countdown went right into the explanation of a queef.
That's right. So just in case anyone didn't know how to do that, now you know. You just suck up air and let it rip.
It's queefalicious.
Queefalicious. That's the best one.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Flick
Dude,
that bean,
I saw that during the week. I'm like, well, I know what I'm opening the show with this week. What's going on, everybody? We're going to be joined by Mike in a little bit. But yeah, Ryan, Gary, myself, Sean here, and Dave said you guys are off to a wild start. Welcome aboard, everybody. Corner Pub Sports coming at you live here on Facebook, and of course, if you're downloading on iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff, we thank you. Gary, you nailed it. What are we drinking?
A Blue Moon cheers to you.
Nice. I got what am I drinking? I forget.
Ryan's got the captain on a loose.
I'm drinking Trogue's Joyous IPA. Very tasty. Good stuff. It's
that sounds dangerous.
6.5.
Ooh.
That does sound dangerous.
It's good. Really good. Nice flavor. Nice glass. Yeah. Prism is out of business.
Nice ass, Sean. Nice ass, dude. You got a nice ass there.
Nice glass, he said.
He said glass. I'm sorry.
Yeah, glass.
You know.
Glass. We got Polsky listening. He said he's drinking a Raging Bitch. And Callie said we're a bunch of childs. So
she's such a bitch.
You're fine.
Raging Bitch. Yeah. So I think I don't
got a good look at Gary's side of his head.
Yeah, nice glare. Glare. He's got a nice dome on it, doesn't he?
Look, he's got a 5 o'clock shadow on his head.
What's up, Gary? We weren't saying anything bad about you as you had your heads off.
Sorry, I was talking to the better half.
The better half.
Yes.
Oh, things are going well.
That's what you're saying. That's what you say now.
Did you get something last night?
I'm trying to.
It's not just when you come, like it's how hard you come.
So
I'm trying to help you. You motherfucker.
Before we get to the big story today, which we're gonna wait for Mike to come on for that. Let's start off with the Sixers, because the Sixers also made a trade this week, and I'll preface this by saying this:
getting a beer.
I feel a lot better about the Sixers trade than I do about the Eagles, but more on that in a little bit. That's a preview. That's what we call That's what we call a teaser in the industry that we're not part of. So Ryan, I don't know what you think of the move that the Sixers made getting George Hill. They acquired George Hill for Terrence Ferguson. I always want to call him Terrence Peterson.
Terrence Peterson.
Terrence Peterson. Be careful with Terrence Peterson. Be careful to that movie. What was that? What was that called? Not End of the World. What the hell was that called?
This is the end.
This is the end. Yeah. Be careful with Terrence Peterson. A little flashlight. Terrence Peterson and Terrence Ferguson and the
Tony Bradley.
Yeah, Tony Bradley and 2 second-round picks for George Hill.
I love it, dude. George Hill, he's a career 48% 3-point shooter. He can handle the ball. He can run the point. He can play defense. Mm-hmm. To me, there's not to like about this. He is coming off thumb surgery, but he's supposed to be back within a week or so. Mm-hmm. And apparently, like, he chose to have the surgery in January. And after this, I don't know exactly what it was, but after this surgery, the problem should never bother him again. You didn't give up any of your core player. Your wings defense still stays strong. And I know I've put down Danny Green over the last month. It's not just his scoring. His shooting's gotten a lot better. This is the Danny Green I thought we would have from the jump. But he kind of reminds me, if you look back in 2008 when the Phillies won the World Series, Jason Worth, like he didn't bat 300. He didn't hit 40 home runs, but Jason Worth did so many little things that help you win a game.
All right.
And that's what Danny Green does. His basketball IQ is through the roof.
Like a blue-collar player.
And that's something that this team struggled with in years prior. Like, you wondered about their basketball IQ. Like, just the routine play that you should do. Danny Green always has them in the right spot. Like, you see him almost like running the point, like he's directing traffic. I love this trade. I don't think they're done. I think they get someone off the buyout market, Kevin Love. So I love the trade that you didn't give up Maxey or Thibault.
Yeah, and so for those who weren't really aware of what was going on, the Sixers apparently were very much in the running for Kyle Lowry, and apparently the asking price was too much. They wanted both Thibault and Maxey and 2 firsts. I don't see. I mean, I just can't see how the Sixers would have been able to do that.
Apparently, I don't think they were ever really going to trade him. Apparently, Miami offered Tyler Hero and 3 first-round picks.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Toronto showed their ass, and the Sixers called their bluff.
Yeah, I don't ever think they were really going to trade him.
Yeah. It definitely seems that way. I mean, because he wanted out, right? You know, they're like, oh, well, we're gonna get the world for you. I mean, I don't know. I think if the Sixers would have traded that or made that offer, Toronto would have made that deal. They'd have been stupid not to.
Mm-hmm.
For a 35-year-old, player who's only got a couple more years left and near the end of his contract, and to get younger players like that and 2 firsts, dude, I would have taken that in a heartbeat if I was Toronto. So, but I don't. On the side of that, I don't blame the Sixers at all for not making that. I would have been pretty upset, honestly, if you would include both Thibault and Maxey in that deal.
Yeah, like I was willing to part with the 2 firsts and Maxey. I wasn't willing to part with Thibault. You're going to need Thibault in the playoffs.
Yeah, because I mean the Sixers are going to be a good team for the next couple of years. So those first 10 round picks would have been second rounders anyway, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, the NBA draft's not like the NFL draft. If you're in the back half of the first round, I mean, you really have to get lucky to hit on a pick. So
yeah, I mean, like the fact that you can name a couple is because it doesn't happen much. Mm-hmm. Manu Ginobili.
He was a second rounder, right?
Yeah.
So
Tony Parker was a late first rounder, I believe.
Yeah, and that goes to show you that the Spurs know how to draft.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the trade for Hill, it's funny. As soon as I heard it, I immediately thought, and I don't know why. I immediately thought of Tyrone Hill and George Lynch. Immediately, the two of them. George Hill. Oh yeah,
Tyrone Hill, fucking Skeletor.
Yeah,
somebody's getting lynched.
Someone's getting lynched.
Tyrone Hill could rebound though, man, and play defense.
He was an ugly motherfucker, but he could play some basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like one of our coaches on the team, Sam Cassell. He was an ugly motherfucker too. But that dude could ball, man.
Yep.
He's
looking like a really good coach too.
Yeah. They just look like Callie just said Tyrone was the ugliest dude in the NBA. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man. Polsky. So these two, the chat room is going crazy, and they're talking about getting lucky because Gary, you're talking about you're trying to start. You're being nice to try to get some tonight. So the two of them are going back and forth. Polsky says, "Put on some Lifetime. You might get lucky tonight." That's a throwback to last week's show. So anyway, I don't have any problem with the George Hill move. And like you said, there's several players who are going to be out there on the buyout market. Maybe the Sixers jump on one of them.
Yeah, I think it. I love where the bench is at right now. It also takes Korkmaz out of the playoff rotation with George Hill.
Think so?
Yeah, like you're only going to go 8. You're only going to go 8 players. So you got your starters, and then you got Dwight Howard, Shake Milton, and George Hill.
Yeah. Shake Milton. I think Hill takes. Yeah, I think it's Hill behind. Like I think Hill's second line. Honestly, I think Shake. I think they've fallen out with Shake a little bit.
You think Korkmaz gets those minutes over him?
No. I'm saying I think Hill gets.
Will be the first one off the bench.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I think Hill gets some minutes over Shake. I think they've fallen out with Shake a little bit. I think he's been a little inconsistent. He showed him flashes. The guy, look, I'm glad he's on our team. I'll put it that way. I'm glad we have him because I think he is valuable, but he's not that piece. And I think maybe Hill, Hill's averaging just under 12 this year. He can give you some decent minutes off the bench. He has that veteran presence. I think Callie mentioned earlier on the board here. He's a good locker room guy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
another thing you got to keep in mind. I mean, granted, he's not that super, but there was one day in the NBA he was traded. Kawhi Leonard was traded for him.
That's wow.
And now, so the guy's got skill.
Oh yeah.
The good non-trade is Embiid's coming back.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
Was he reevaluated today? He was supposed to be. I didn't hear anything.
I haven't seen anything. I know that. I think if we heard any bad news, we would have heard it by now.
I don't see them bringing him back on this road trip. Like, what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're winning games. They're still winning games,
right? And that's the thing. Like they're playing really well right now still. And I think I sent you guys something about the road record this year. The Sixers road they're like 13-9 now.
Mm-hmm.
At this point last year they had like 7 wins. They were like 7-20 or something like that. It was like pretty bad.
Like the players bought into the coach, unlike the Flyers.
Yeah. I mean that's another. But it's not even this team. They're taking on the personality of the coach. Like it's more than they just bought in. Like this team believes on any given night they're going to beat you.
Yeah, they got the Clippers tomorrow night on the road, like you were saying, and then they don't play again until Tuesday. They play the Nuggets, who just made a trade.
Nuggets.
That team,
Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, that team. Look, Aaron Gordon's inconsistent too, but I wouldn't have minded having him on the team.
No, you put him with the Joker, dude.
That's pretty good. Yeah, the Nuggets are stronger.
They got a good team, man.
Then they play the Cavs on Thursday, April Fool's Day, and then they're finally home. So next Saturday. So probably by the time we have our show, we'll be looking at Embiid's return, taking on Minnesota at home.
Yeah, I think that's probably the game he comes back. That first home game after the road. There's no point in bringing him back on the road trip because when you first went into this road trip, you're thinking, all right, we go 3-3. you're all right with that. They're already 3-0 on it.
Right.
So
I don't think they've lost 3 games in a row all year. So
right. So if you get one of these next 2, you go 4-2 on this road trip. Like that's a really successful road trip.
Yeah, they've. Gary's yawning 15 minutes in. Well, there was a bet. I think Dave Peterson said, "How long before Gary's eye? We can't see Gary's eyes again."
A few. Give it a few.
Yeah. Man, last week, I think so. So when we get ready to do the stream, we come on about a half hour early before we go live. We BS, we drink some beers, we listen to music, and I went to log on, and I bring Gary's picture up, and his eyes are sealed shut, and I'm like, "Oh no." And the first words out of his mouth is, "I'm ripped." And I'm like, "Oh, good God." But you know what, Gary, got to give you kudos. It was your birthday weekend. Happy birthday. You stuck in there and you hung in there for the whole show, and yeah.
Just drop the panties.
It was good.
Keeps me coming day and night.
I was actually really shocked he made it through the whole show last week.
Yeah, I was impressed. It was good. Good job.
I was drinking them 7%ers too, man. Whew.
Yeah, you drink them like they're fucking Coors Lights, man.
Callie said happy 60th, bro.
Happy 60th.
Shit, that's great.
49, you fucking don't kill cocksucker.
That's great. I realized that I thought I turned my mic off during the intro there. And I don't know if you guys could hear me laughing. Or you could. Fuck. I was laughing like an asshole. And I looked down. Oh man, I left the board on.
Queefs are funny.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. But so many other
It's like
you're down there doing your thing, and she fucking rips one. You stop
for a second.
No, I'm watching that ripple through my fucking beard.
Wait a minute. So hold on.
Are you kidding, Ryan?
No, hold on. So you eat through a queef, but you won't put your tongue in an asshole.
No, I'm not eating no ass. Poop comes out of there. Poop comes out of there.
Blood comes out of there.
That's all right.
Shit. Oh man.
Poop and blood are different, bro.
You suck on the layers of the uterus, but you won't eat a fucking shitty butt.
That's poop again.
Keep your tongue out of that balloon knot, man.
No, you don't, yeah. No. if you put your tongue where it stink, you didn't think. Oh. Yeah, oh, no, bro.
Dave Peterson. How about Howie Roseman? Oh, we'll get to that.
How about the fucking the Hawks?
Chocolate mustache.
How about the Hawks getting fucking Lou Williams for Rondo? Like, why did Clippers do that?
We couldn't have done a deal like that to get.
Yeah, I'd give him a shake for Lou Williams.
To Lou Williams, yeah. Yeah, you know what, dude? You're trying to go for it. Like,
yeah, I'd give him a shake.
So I kind of had a discussion with Rachel, who's been on our show several times. Razor, we were talking yesterday, and she, or did it day before?
A good Amish name.
It was yesterday. Razor.
Rachel.
So we were talking, and she's like, I wouldn't make the deal for Laurie. He's 35. Blah blah blah. I'm like, you know what though? Your window is only open for so long. I know they have Ben Simmons, and I know they have Embiid. I get that. However,
but Embiid's an injury away from ending his career.
I'm not even going there. I'm going with the fact that this team, they keep trying to rebuild this team to try to make it work.
Right.
It's only going to go on for so much longer, like before they say, all right, it's not working with A or B. Like, we're going to move one of them. So, I'm not saying that if they trade Ben Simmons or Embiid or, to keep the other one, I'm not saying they should. I don't want – just saying, if it gets to that point and you have to trade one of them, I'm not saying they can't win without the other one. But with this core and the way this is built, they only have so much time. And they have a really good team, and they're number one in the Eastern Conference right now. They're beating the Nets, who are stacked, and they're outlasting the Bucks, who actually are catching fire a little bit right now. So,
and Embiid's having a career year.
So with that, like, would I have traded Shake for Lou Williams? I think, hey, Eckhart, think about the future. I think I would have. I think I just would have done it because I would have been like, you know what, you have to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little upset that they didn't make a bigger splash. George Hill is a nice piece. I don't think George Hill's enough.
But that's what I mean. I don't think he's enough either. But you got the buyout market. You need a backup for Tobias Harris.
Mm-hmm.
You need someone to come in for I'm done with the Mike Scott thing.
Yeah, I can't.
You need someone that can come in for when Harris is on the bench and sustain some scoring. I'm not saying Kevin Love's what he once was, but Kevin Love off the bench for 15 minutes a game, he could be effective. He could shoot the three, and if he's engaged and he's excited about playing like on a good team, he could play a little bit of defense and rebound.
Yeah, why would he not with this team?
Right.
How does playing with Joel Embiid not excite you?
Right.
I'd be walking around with a fucking 18-inch hard on, running around the
court. Straight up.
My mouth will always be open. Why is he always sucking air when he's running? Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be a decent move.
So if there's not a splash and they got George Hill and Kevin Love and didn't give up any of their wing defense, would you happen?
I mean, and yeah, I think so. And I know you were kind of alluding to it. We were talking about other things. But the fact that they give up Terrence Ferguson, I keep wanting to say Terrence Ferguson, and Bradley, and I mean, really, yeah, giving up Bradley stinks a little bit because he was nice while Embiid was out, but they must know that Embiid's coming back soon. That's why the deal. You really didn't give up anything strong, and you got a good bench piece in return. Right. And I think it made that team stronger. I really did. Ferguson wasn't giving you anything.
No. And Tony Bradley's on an expiring contract. They probably weren't going to bring him back anyway.
Mm-hmm. Right. Steve said, are you guys really saying Kevin? Well, not Kevin Loeb. I think you miswrote Love. Are you guys
Kevin Loeb?
Kevin Love.
Yeah, like talk me out of it. Tell me why you wouldn't want Kevin Love.
As a buyout contract, this is Kevin Loeb. He means Kevin Love.
Kevin Loeb.
Yeah, so dude, I'm reading these fucking comments ridiculous tonight. I have an 18-inch soft one right now, 20 for user ruler. Polsky goes what, millimeters?
Yo, they're Boston Steve's balls for Kevin Loeb.
Kevin Loeb.
Keep it going, fellas.
I can't.
Fuck you! What? I hope you motherfucker.
But no, like you said. So Steve, in the comments here, why wouldn't you want? He's probably typing away too. Why would you not want Kevin Love as a buyout contract as just an add-on to this team?
Exactly. Like he's a better backup for Tobias Harris than Mike Scott. Like,
yeah. I mean, but overall, I mean, the way that this team's playing right now, it's exciting.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there's still. Like with all the moves that made, even Miami getting Oladipo, the Bucks didn't do anything.
Put it in my lobe. What, your earlobe?
Oh, fuck, man. These guys are fucking.
If you're putting it in his earlobe, you got a little dick.
Like, remember Richard Pryor talking about the monkey? And he was all upset. He's like, "Yeah, my monkey died." He said, "Yeah." And the dog's telling him, the pincher. He's like, "Oh man, you mean that monkey used to be up in the trees? Used to hear them like, yeah. Oh damn, ain't that a bitch?
He was like,
"You gonna fuck that little dog?"
Fuck me in my ass.
That was for you, Ryan.
Feels good, don't it? Fuck my ass.
No, it's different.
All right, so Steve said no, he's not. He's a geezer contract that they want to give up. That's why he's on the buyout market. Obviously, they want to give up the contract. But okay, give me a better piece behind Tobias Harris. Like
that's going to be available
right
now.
Ryan, your analysis and your attitude when you do your analysis, you should be on ESPN, bro.
That's what I was thinking.
Like, what the fuck? Right. These cocksuckers don't know nothing.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He gonna fuck that little dog.
Yes, he is.
You gonna fuck a dog?
Why do you need one? You're all right with Mike Scott being the backup for Tobias Harris? You're all right with that? Okay.
He said, why do you need one? Yeah, you do need someone more dependable than Mike Scott right now. Mike Scott's just not doing it.
Right, that shit gets exposed in the playoffs, man.
All right. You can get someone with a veteran presence who's had championship experience. You know, I'd be okay with it. He's not going to hurt you. No. He's not going to hurt you any more than Mike Scott is.
Right.
So, you know, I don't know. Look, am I gonna you know, cry to the wolves if I don't get, you know, another piece here? Maybe not, because I think that their team is good enough to compete. I just don't think they're good enough to win it all.
I still don't think in a 7-game series they're better than the Nets.
You don't think so?
No.
I think they beat the Nets in 7. Only because your depth is still better than their depth. The Nets have no bench at all. They have no bench at all. I know they just got Blake Griffin, and that helps their depth a little bit, or their, you know. But I just think that our team overall, they're more top heavy than we are. Obviously,
top heavy.
But I think,
yeah, but they're about to sign Andre Drummond, man.
I thought he was trying out for the Cavs.
No, the Cavs are buying him out.
Oh, are they buying him? I thought he was trying out. I thought that they were holding a. They were trying him out, I thought. He was doing a tryout for the Cavs, I thought.
No, the Cavs are the team buying him out.
All right. I mean, I know he's playing with I know he played with the Cavs, but I thought they were going to hold on to him, like see if he had enough and just hold on to him. But all right. You think the Nets are going to get him?
Yep.
Well, that changes.
That's what it looks like. The Nets are Lakers.
The only thing is, what does Drummond have right now? He hasn't played in a year.
Yeah, true, but I mean,
I love that sound.
Maybe that actually hurts them.
So who do you think they're not better than the Bucks?
The Bucks.
No, the Western Conference scares me. I think they make it. I think they have all the potential in the world to make it to the finals. I think the Western Conference scares me. I think the Nuggets scare me.
Nuggets.
The Jazz. I mean, they're gonna have.
Look,
I know without Embiid, right? Because they played without Embiid that night. Was it Embiid?
Yeah, in Utah. No, it was the night Simmons had 42.
That's right. So it was without him.
Utah, where your sister is your best friend.
And they, and they hung in there with them, and you know, they gave him a fight, but they just, I don't know. The Jazz are just a man, and the Jazz actually had a little bit of an off night that night too.
Utah, give me
two. Utah, give me 2. So the Jizz,
I'm coming.
and I think we give it the Sixers problems too. I Nuggets, Jazz, and look, I know they're down and out right now, but they're going to get healthy again. The Lakers are always a threat. They're going to be back. Mm-hmm. They'll be back.
That's why I don't like the Lakers and the Clippers are still the cream of the crop over there. I don't think the Jazz or the Nuggets make it to the finals.
I don't know, man. You don't think the Nuggets with the moves they made stay strong?
Nope.
Big and juicy.
No, they're strong, but there's just something. I think it's the Clippers or the Lakers in the finals in the West.
I know, dude. Look at this fucking text thread. Ridiculous tonight. This might be the most off the wall text thread I've ever seen. We have on the show. It's crazy. Johnsonville.
Like, I'm trying to read it and have a conversation.
The wind was blowing my sausage. Fuck Hatfield. Big fucking pig bomb.
Johnsonville sucks.
fucking Hatfield. Where's the McCoys at?
Yep.
Swayakis, yo.
Swaggies.
Swayakis.
I'm gonna get my rifle and then I'm gonna get my rifle.
Like, I think they come on just to argue with each other because they do every week. It's awesome.
That's great. It's been a while too because Callie hadn't been on in a while, and Polsky missed the last couple shows. So
yeah, Polsky, don't take that. Callie said you're a bitch.
Don't egg him on. But he said,
"You old fat bitch! You fat bitch!
You fat bitch!"
Who's McCoy?
I don't know. All right, so Sixers, we approve. Hey, in perfect timing because I was about to change subjects. Perfect timing.
Thank God you're here. I wasn't doing this by myself, Mike.
Oh,
What's
man.
up, Mike?
You know what? Steve, I was texting with Steve. Before we move off, I heard you guys were talking to Sixers. I'm sure you guys, I'm not sure if you guys talked on this, but if we were to do an SSCS this week, it would be Dwight Howard.
Oh, for getting thrown out of the game?
Well, how are you going to get thrown out of a game where you're the only center on the team? How are you going to put yourself in the position to get thrown out of a game, a winnable game against the defending champs that are banged up?
Doc Rivers called him a clown.
He is a clown.
Dude, he was. If you've seen Doc Rivers supposed to, he was pissed.
Yeah,
he should be.
Luckily, you still won the game, but
right, exactly. You still won the game, so I would have been irate if you lost. But still, I mean, you can't do that.
Happy birthday,
thanks, Polsky.
Happy birthday!
I got the most uplifting. I got the most uplifting birthday song going for you, Mike.
What'd you get for your birthday, brother?
I got a coffee.
Sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah, it's terrible. I got like a hot plate for a coffee cup on my desk, and it's like a USB plug-in, so it heats up so it keeps my coffee warm throughout the morning.
Happy 15th, you bitch. What the fuck?
Good for you, you cocksucker. I got a Twitter poll. That's what I fucking got.
You got the saddest happy birthday song ever. Why? Because Mike turned 40. Happy birthday, Mike.
Dang.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, you're right behind me, though.
I am. A couple months.
You guys make me feel fucking old.
You're old.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know.
That's why I shave my head and make it look like a ball sack.
Yeah, Garrett, turn your head a minute. No, turn your head, not tilt. No, turn, not
turn like you're facing the left.
Turn.
Face the left.
I'm not turning around.
Face the left.
Oh, you want to see my hiney?
No, you got it like a 5 o'clock shadow on the side of your head.
Oh, yeah.
Polsky called you grandpa. Yeah.
He's
Grandpa, yeah, he's older than Gary.
Yeah, he's fuck you, steroid Steve.
Bench press 400 pounds, can't throw a softball.
Jesus. Man, you guys are fucking nasty with each other. Mike, real quick before we move on to the hot topic of tonight. George Hill.
Yeah, I like it. I like the move. I think we would have overpaid for Lowry. I think it would have been a mistake, and it would have handcuffed them for a while. I think that losing Green, Thibault combined, I don't know if Lowry would have made up for that himself, let alone the 2 draft picks.
Agreed.
And Maxey. So I like the move. Oladipo might have been a little bit nicer, and based off the fact that the Heat gave up pretty much nothing for him, that would have been nice. But you know what? I think George Hill might fit this team better than Oladipo.
But that tells me the fact that they gave up what they gave up to get him, that tells me he's not healthy.
Yeah.
Like
that's entirely possible.
Like
yeah, I mean
George used to know something.
Yeah, I mean George Hill's got had surgery on like a finger or a thumb or whatever, so he'll heal from that pretty well and be fully recovered. Oladipo like a knee or something. That's
right.
Yeah.
And Daryl Morey said, it should be no more than a few days to a week or so before Green.
Morey loves George Hill. Morey loves George Hill. He said he's always wanted him on his team.
Well, I mean, it's easy to say now that he's the one that acquired him, but He's not going to
But
say, "Yeah, well, it's the best I could do." So, we were stuck with him. He's
But
going to
again,
straight love it.
I agree with you, Mike. Again, we talked about it, but they didn't give up no wing defense. Danny Green's been really, really good lately. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, you're replacing Danny Green with a Danny Green type player. You're talk about like you want to clamp down on defense. How about you're talking about how we're going to stop Durant and Harden and what's the other clown's name? Irving. Yeah, how about you throw Thibault and Green and George
And Simmons.
and then Simmons, and then if they somehow get through all of that and want to come into the paint, you got Embiid out there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good luck.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think this Sixers matchup okay with the Nets. I'm not in a 7-game series. I'm okay with the Sixers and Nets. I'll
take my chances with them against anybody, though. I'm not scared of anybody.
Yep.
Nobody. I love this team right now.
What has Harden done? And Harden played with Westbrook side by side for years, and what did they ever do?
Look, I said it last year too. A couple weeks ago too.
And fuck Kyrie.
You're right. Durant with the Achilles thing, and it's coming up into his calf now, a hamstring. He hasn't played in about a month, 5 weeks,
a little more than that. Yeah,
right. So that's kind of a lingering thing. James Harden plays the most minutes of anybody over the last 6-7 years, but you've seen it in the playoffs. You see his legs aren't there.
Yeah.
And then
we're gonna throw so much different stuff at him.
Right.
But you know what the thing is that like, and I hate Stephen A. Smith, but he might have a point because we've seen it enough here. NBA teams tend to understate injuries, keep people in the stands and everything else for longer. It's with him and with Davis in LA. Both of them could be more seriously hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Well, I think we should get into it.
So I guess we should all go round robin. Let's not I know that it's been a rough week for some of us, so let's give everybody a chance to speak on it and try and keep it civil.
Sounds good.
What a fucking jitbag.
That's not nice to say that to Mike on his birthday, man.
Yeah, that ain't nice.
So
Gary, what the fuck, man?
I'm just gonna. You know what? Let me start. All right, let me start, and then you guys can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go. So much earlier today, the San Francisco 49ers trade with the Miami Dolphins, and the 49ers moved to number 3. They trade the Dolphins their 12th pick and among 3 other picks. I immediately look at that and go, "Oh my God, this is great! This is fantastic! This is clearing the way for the Eagles to take a wide receiver because the 49ers aren't going to take a wide receiver; they're going to take a quarterback. I still think they are going to take a quarterback.
Sure."
At that spot. They need a quarterback. Garoppolo, I don't think they believe in him. And there's some quarterback.
Yeah, they traded up to get a quarterback. Absolutely.
Right. So, I mean, why else would you trade up, right?
Yeah, you're not trading up to take Kyle Pitts or a lineman or a receiver.
At 12, Pitts might fall to you anyway.
Right.
I hate that. I hate the fucking trading back bullshit. I fucking hate it.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah, you'll get your turn.
So now I'm excited. I text everybody, oh, man, this is great. This is great. And I don't know, an hour later, trade by the Philadelphia Eagles. They've traded the number 6th pick overall and 156. Was that the 3rd or 4th round? 4th round?
Something like
4th round.
Yeah.
4th.
So they swap picks in the 4th to the Dolphins.
Well, it's kind of it's actually the early 5th. So I mean, it might as well be a 4th because it's like 26 picks. It's a 26 pick move up.
Okay.
That the Eagles get.
So basically, the Eagles trade number 6, a late round pick, in exchange for number 12, number 123 overall. Okay, you move up a few rounds, and a first round pick of next year. My initial reaction was I actually absolutely went ballistic. I feel that, and I was emotional, and I still am a little bit about it. I just feel that you were sitting here with the position to take a skill player at a position that you haven't had a true bona fide number one receiver since T.O. Alshon Jeffrey might have been the closest you came, but was he a bona fide number one? Was he a stud receiver? No, he wasn't. He was very serviceable. He was a nice piece to have. He wasn't a go-to number one receiver. We haven't had that since T.O. And you were in a position here with Smith and Jamar Chase where one of them was more than likely going to come to you at this point, and you basically trade back. Said, nah, we don't need this. We're going to trade back and build a stockpile of picks, which I get. If you're rebuilding, I totally get it. To me, my eye was on that prize, and I'm looking at what you're trying to build with Hurts. Maybe, who knows what the fuck they're doing. I would assume they're trying to build around Jalen Hurts, and you still have an early second-round pick. You still have 11 picks in this draft before this trade was made. It's not like you don't have enough picks to build pieces around. And to make this move, I felt that it was I don't know. I just feel like they're like, it's not important to us. And we're more worried about the future than getting a potential superstar receiver, either the guy who won the Heisman or a guy who looks like he's going to be a pretty damn good NFL receiver in Chase with big, strong build, and instead I don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to take Surtain? Are they going to take Parsons? They're not going to take Parsons. I'm telling you right now. I saw an article from Ed Kratz. The Eagles don't draft linebackers early. They're not taking Parsons. So I'm going to write that off. I think it's going to be Surtain or Waddle, wide receiver Waddle. Again, you're taking a chance on Waddle because Waddle was out last year, and here you go again. Now it's another fucking project. You don't know if you're going to get the Waddle you last saw.
So was Jamar Chase.
I get it. A lot of these guys are like, someone's like, oh, Corey Coleman. Okay, Corey Coleman, fine. Everyone's high on Corey Coleman. Corey Coleman also didn't win the Heisman. If Devontae Smith is sitting there and Jamar Chase is gone, or vice versa, whatever, there's a difference between him and Corey Coleman.
Right.
In my opinion. So there are a lot of busts. And I'm just going to say one last thing. The whole stockpile and a picks thing bothers me for two reasons. The Eagles fucking blow at drafting. And I'm not opening any doors to any fucking secret boxes here, and you guys are going to be like, oh, wow, we didn't know that. Everyone knows that. They fucking blow. And just because you have more picks doesn't mean you're automatically, because everyone's like, oh, this is the perfect way to do a rebuild. Look at the Browns. In 2016, the Browns had like 3 number 1 picks. 5 years later, they're finally a decent team, not because of those picks. None of those guys are probably even on the team anymore. They're probably not even in the NFL anymore.
All right.
I'll take a look. I'll look at the list and see who they took in that draft. But none of those guys made an impact. None of them. So I just think you take what's in front of you. When you see when you're in a position to take a highly skilled position and a guy that is very coveted. I mean, these receivers are very coveted here. Everyone's talking about them, saying they're going to be game changers. You have a chance to make a game changing move, you fucking do it, and they didn't. And that's all I'm going to say. So
the Eagles put more of an emphasis on getting those draft picks than they did on top 5 players that were available to them at number 6.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to do something where you're going to be like, wow. They're going to use all these picks, and they're going to use these picks to make a move. And the move that they're going to make, you're going to be like, wow, what the fuck did they do that for? That's just something the Eagles do. They're not going to draft the number 12. They're going to use the picks that they have this year and the following year, and they're going to make a move with something.
Yeah, so you're basically saying, Garrett, like you feel that they said one of the top picks isn't worth it for us. We're going to take our chances later down the road. Like we don't need a number 1 or the first or second best receiver. We'd rather stockpile picks.
Just remember, the Eagles showed a lot of interest in Deshaun Watson, and now they got a shitload of picks.
They had a shitload of picks before they made a trade.
Yeah,
they only got one extra one,
but now they got
in the first.
You mean the guy that's still like, going through all these different civil lawsuits? That's not going to be. You think that they're going to take a chance on him?
I'm just saying, the Eagles are known and are phenomenal with showing and making moves and trading this and trading that. And you look in your head, you're like, what the fuck did they do that for? They're not going to draft a player at number 12. They're going to trade that pick.
Is this matter of fact, Gary, talking again? Just like
No,
the matter of fact, they were going to draft Waddle and.
Just my opinion.
Okay.
Well, here, so Callie right here says I wanted Pitts. The only thing I will say is this. I'm sorry. I said I was done. You still could get Pitts at 12, depending on the other team's needs ahead of you. A lot of people are thinking that the Dolphins might go after Pitts, which I could see happening. And if that's the case, looking in front of you here, Carolina could take a receiver. A lot of mock drafts have them taking a lineman. I could see them taking Devontae Smith, but Smith could fall to you at 12. Waddle will almost certainly fall to you at 12, I think. So you still have a shot at getting one of these top receivers or Pitts, right? I don't think Pitts lasts till 12, but so you still have a shot. So is it overreacting? And here's the thing: say you do this. And maybe we should get into this in a little bit. Like, maybe we'll go around and see. I don't know, there's so many things going on in my head. Like, you will like talk about like who do you think they're going to take, but like, say this happens and these guys fall and they don't take any of them anyway. They take a fucking lineman, you know. And I think this is my sole argument behind this whole thing is that if Chase or Smith become all pro wide receivers, and we're sitting there with an offensive lineman who's average at best. How you gonna? It's okay though because we also drafted a defensive back in the early second round. Like, I'm gonna be pissed, and I don't trust anything this team has done recently. There is nothing that this team has done to make me feel that, you know what, they're gonna do the right thing because they haven't done the right thing in 6 years. So
no.
All right, Ryan, you countering it or
yeah, I got it. All right, so I agree with that. They haven't done anything right in 6 years with the draft. I completely agree with you, Sean, that you cannot argue that. If you look at his track record, can't argue that. This is finally, to me, the smart move. It's the smart move. Jamar Chase, you've heard me. I'm on record. I wanted him. We all did. We all wanted Jamar Chase, that game-breaking receiver. Look at the Falcons with Julio Jones. They haven't done anything. They went to a Super Bowl, but they haven't done anything. And they just keep paying them and paying them and paying them. And his contract and Matt Ryan's contract has hamstrung them. So this team is not going to be relevant for at least for the next 2 years. For the next 2 years, they're not going to be relevant.
But Ryan, the key word that you're saying is smart.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Hold on. So Jamar Chase, I'm sorry, as much as I wanted him, in hindsight, he's not taking you to the promised land. It's just not like the bona fide number one receiver taken high in the draft. That's not what gets you over the hump. This team needs offensive line help. They need the defensive back help. They need defensive line. They need everything. So to me, they finally made the smart thing. To me, it looks like they're all in on a rebuild. Mm-hmm. Now, if they draft the right players, that's a different that could be a whole different show for us. But like to me, like I like this. You could still get an impactful player at 12. May not be the sexy pick.
Callie just made his prediction.
Yeah.
Punter.
So, right. It may not
just signed a punter today, Callie. Shut up.
Did they sign a punter?
Yeah, apparently. Steve texted me. He's all excited about it.
So, again, it may not be the sexy pick, that bona fide, speed demon down at the post can run the post and light you up. So it may not be the sexy pick, but the offensive lineman, you know what I mean? Like you got to start somewhere. So this team is, to me, clearly in a rebuild. And how you do a rebuild? You acquire as many picks as possible. Another first-round pick in 2022 is nothing to sneeze at.
How you do a rebuild is you draft the quarter. You get the quarterback that you believe you could build around.
Maybe they do.
So
that's why they're stockpiling picks.
And the only reason I look, I'm sorry, and the only reason why I look at the 2022 thing, which is great with 3 first-round picks, and I look at the Browns, and I go, wow, how did it help them? Because we drafted about as Eagles. We draft about as poorly as any team in the NFL.
And Sean, you've made that point, and I hear you. But just because Byron Maxwell doesn't work out here doesn't mean you don't sign another cornerback.
Yeah, I mean,
if you understand what my analogy there,
I'm with you on
stockpiling with the position that the Eagles are in, stockpiling assets and draft picks is not a bad thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, so on cheaper contracts, the draft picks. So first of all, shout out to Gary for actually having his microphone turned the right way for the first time ever. Proud of you. Second of all, no, I mean, I love this idea. And the reason I love this idea is I'm under the impression that Jamar Chase is going to be gone. I would have been thrilled if they took Devontae Adams with 6. I don't know what their thoughts were. Everywhere that I've seen and a bunch of different ratings that I've seen have Waddle actually ahead of Smith right now. Kyle Pitts. Everybody says Kyle Pitts is the going to be the pick. Right now, they still have. I don't think that that's a need. I think Pitts might be great, but maybe he's not. And Goddard's still there. Hell, Ertz is still there. There's been OJ Howard. There's been enough tight ends that we can't miss that haven't worked out too. There's no guarantee that Chase is going to work out. Everybody talks about you just talked about the fact that the top receiver, last year's receiver, receiver.
Ruggs?
Ruggs was the top picked one. He was terrible. The Jefferson was the top receiver, and how did Minnesota make out with him? Mm-hmm. The thing is that I've seen a ton of mock drafts, and the Eagles at 6 were all
the Vikings.
The Vikings. Yeah. No, but I'm saying the mock draft this year, the Eagles at 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what did Minnesota do? The Vikings they didn't do so. They're all over the place. I've seen them take Slater. I've seen them take Surtain. I've seen them take Smith. I've seen them take Pitts. I've seen them take
that other cornerback out of Virginia.
I've seen them take Waddle. Yeah, I've seen them take Farley. Like, if they've taken all these different guys, if there's the difference between 6 and 12 this year seems to be there seems to be a bunch of guys, a pile of guys that are right in that same spot that any one of them could go any different way. So trading back, getting a first round pick the next year and getting one of the guys that falls to you seems like the smart move to me. You're in a full rebuild. They apparently tried to trade up, which I would have been pissed about, but they apparently tried to trade up to 3 to get Wilson or Fields, I guess, or whoever fell to them. But they couldn't do it. So they said, screw it. If we're not going to get a quarterback, we're going to trade back. So, so that's where I'm at. I think that, again, everybody's saying, oh, you're going to miss out on Pitts, but I don't think Pitts is a big enough need right now.
No,
I don't like it.
Even at 6.
I don't like a tight end at 6 anyway. I don't care how good he is.
Yeah, I agree. Even at 6, because that's such an Eagles move to instead of taking best player available, which I don't think Pitts would have been at that point, because I still think there would have been other guys there that would have been better. Look, I just saw a thing today that said Pitts is the same size as Michael Jordan, the same body size as the same weight as Derrick Henry, and I forget the speed of somebody.
T.O. I seen the same thing.
T.O. Yeah. So he could be an absolute monster. He might be a game changing type of tight end. However, you just hit it. That's not a position of need right now. Like, you have Goddard, who you drafted thinking he's probably going to be your tight end in the future. When they drafted him, you're like, yeah, because Ertz is, at the time 28 years old. Like, you gotta think about the future. So now it's Goddard's time. As long as he can stay healthy, I like Goddard. I think.
I like him a lot, and that's the key. That's the key, staying healthy with him.
Right, and you don't need a top tier tight end to compete in this league. You do need weapons, though.
Right,
and
so Sean, just a question for you: do you think that they can't fuck up the 6th pick as compared to the 12th?
Oh, and I will agree with you. And because all in all, take the players out of it. Take my pipe dreams that are not pipe dream. Well, maybe out of it. When you look at the draft as a whole, and you go, because someone hit me up on Twitter. Is like, oh, they took Fletcher Cox at 12. Yeah, but they also didn't move up for 12. They were already sitting at 12, and they took the best player available at Fletcher Cox, which at the time was also positioned very much.
I thought they did trade up for Fletcher. I thought they
No,
traded
they-
up for Fletcher Cox.
No.
Didn't they trade up
they
a pick or two for him? Okay.
Mm-mm.
No, so Lane Johnson, Fletcher Cox, those are players that they took. They stood pat. That's what they took. So when you look, but that aside, when you take the players aside, and you just look at the draft, you go 6 picks. Is it really that big of a deal? No, it's not. And I know what I'm saying. Like it's unconventional because when you're looking at a team that needs a rebuild, like the Sixers, like the Eagles do, it is nice to acquire more picks. Look, having 3 first-round picks. Now, I know I was talking about the Browns. I was comparing it. I just had no faith in this front office to make the right picks. But all in all, if you're going to rebuild, you're absolutely right. Both of you guys are right. That doing it this way is the right way to go. I'm just upset because I'm telling you, if
You wanted the whoever was left between
they
Smith and
miss,
Chase.
and you know who I want a receiver, and they keep missing on these receivers, and
Right.
and it's not that Rager is a bust. I'm not calling Rager a bust yet. Maybe he wasn't.
He's not a
utilized.
He's not a game breaker though. He's never going to be a game breaker.
No, he's not that type of receiver. Like,
No, he's going to be the Deshaun. If
He
he hits his potential, he'll be the Deshaun Jackson type. Gets a big player too here and there.
Torrey Smith. He might be your Torrey Smith type
Right,
of player.
right.
Right.
You know?
So you need another receiver.
That's why.
Yeah,
I
But
thought
who's to say that Waddle or Smith aren't there? There's one of them very possibly could have been there. Smith seems to be the third one that's going to be taken too.
Who's to say that a guy? Who's to say now that there's no reason to believe in this, but who's to say that they don't finally figure it out, learn how to draft a little bit, and the receivers there next season. You know what I mean?
Or who's to say that they're sitting at 12? Who's to say that after that second receiver goes, say Waddle goes 8? Say Waddle goes 8. Who's to say that they don't go move up to 9 or 10, give away a 3rd round pick
And
or
get
something
Smith.
like that, and jump up 2 picks to get jump up from 12 to 10 to get Smith. So then you've traded back.
It's not tanking this season. They're going to suck. They're going to draft in the top 10 next year.
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't have anything to do with tanking, one way or the other. It's they're going to suck either way, and this isn't going to the pick between 6 and 12. The pick at 6 is not going to make them a Super Bowl contender either way. So then moving from 6 to 12 doesn't matter for that standpoint.
No, I just
they didn't come out and say Hurts our guy. We're going to build around him, and they're stockpiling all these picks. They felt that the picks were more important than the 4 top players that they could have got at number 6. And remember, they're a quarterback factory.
dude, I'm so glad you brought that up because I swear to God, if they take a fucking quarterback at 12,
if Mac Jones is sitting there and they decide to shake, oh my God,
I'm telling you,
I think Mac
that's
Jones,
what they're going to do.
I think he might be going by then.
Yeah,
Yeah, Patriots are like 10 or something, 11, whatever, 9.
All right, now, Sean, I do disagree with you here, but
That little dog.
if they take Mac Jones at 12, I'm right with you. Let's go burn them down. Right with you.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, it's Mac Jones.
That would mean you trade it back 6 spots to take the 4th best quarterback.
Fifth.
Or
1,
5th
2, 3,
best
4,
quarterback.
5th.
Yeah, the 5th best quarterback.
Well, I mean, in this draft, bro, somebody's going to overdraft a quarterback.
Well,
And
Our quarterback gets overdrafted every year, bro. Every year, man.
The one player in this draft that I think is going to be overdrafted is Trey Lance. Because he's a project. He's not a guy that's going to come in and be able
You know
to
what? But
start.
he might get overdrafted by somebody like Atlanta, who's going to say that we'll take on the project because we still got Matt Ryan.
They're real
I see
willing
him
to sit on him for 2 years.
I see him going to 49ers.
No, not a
3?
3. No,
They're going to take
way.
Wilson or Fields, I think.
yeah,
I don't even think that. It's no way. No way. It's going to. The top 3 picks are going to be quarterbacks.
But though we always see how, man, the NFL draft is always a strange thing, man. Teams like certain players. And
Yeah, like who's to say the Jets are drafting Zach Wilson?
They're going to.
Trevor Lawrence or who. Yeah.
Well, Trevor Lawrence is going 1, obviously.
Yeah,
maybe the Jets get smart and realize they got an okay quarterback, and let's just put pieces around them so we can. Like Sam Darnold's not terrible, if you ask me.
I mean, he's a guy you can build around.
Right, and you just drafted him 3 years ago. You could, like, it's hard to give up on him already.
All right, so let's just say let's just put it out here right now. Just hypothetical. I don't like hypotheticals. I don't like scenarios, guys.
Don't you scenarios? How about hypothetical? Okay.
So 12, you're sitting there. What do you think they do?
I don't think you got to ask because the pick's already traded.
So that's right. You think that they're going all in on Watson, even though that he's going to be, in jail?
Yeah.
They're not.
No, Mike. I'm just saying that there's a possibility that they use their picks that they got to do something out of the ordinary, where you're going to be like, "What the fuck are they thinking?"
All right. So, Gary, are you saying like they trade it back to move up?
Yes, because they were able to stockpile more picks on the following year, Ryan. They were more worried about getting the picks than they were the player. That's all.
So do you think that they're going to – so you don't think they say at 12. Do you think that they traded for a player? Do you think they trade back again? What are you thinking?
I think they used the picks that they have, and they used the picks that they have to draft another player in the lower rounds.
You guys on the chat board, what do you think? Dave and Steve and Mark and Callie and anyone else that's on there, just type in what you think the Sixers. Geez, I keep doing the Sixers. You know what?
Me personally, I think the Eagles are going to use the picks that they have and find a way to get another quarterback.
So you think the picks run and hide? You think they get rid of the picks?
Yes.
News for you, pal. You ain't leading but two things right now: Jack and shit. And Jack left town.
That's what you think?
Yeah, I'm a little against that. I do believe they stay at 12. If an impactful player falls to them, like if one of them guys fall to them, I don't think the Eagles are that stupid to not draft them. I don't know why I think that, but bottom line, I think it turns into like not a sexy pick, but like a lineman.
Ugh.
You think they take Slater or something, right?
Right.
Ugh.
Or Penei Sewell.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Sewell's going to be well gone by then.
Yeah.
But Slater at least plays a couple different positions. I wouldn't love it, but I'd understand it a little bit because they could use that. Me, personally, I think that they packaged 12 with a 3 to move up to 10 and take Waddle or Smith. Hopefully Smith. I think they take Smith.
Dave Peterson saying the same thing at 12 to take an offensive lineman. Steve saying you keep 3 or 2 and a 2 for next year. This seems easy to me. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I don't follow.
I don't really follow Steve.
What do you think they're doing with this pick at 12?
Yeah, this pick here at 12.
Elaborate there, Steve.
So what Dave just laid out is my fear, and kind of what Ryan said, and it's.
Would it be the worst thing? Like, because
no, they need a lineman.
He could play guard too, and you need.
What if you stayed at 6 and you took the lineman out of Oregon?
They don't.
I want to hate that.
They're not taking a lineman at 6. I think.
I want to hate it.
At 6, you got to take a skilled player.
Mm-mm.
No, you don't. They took Wayne Johnson at 4.
Yeah, you took that player available.
Yeah, Clowney was first overall. The guy from Myles Garrett. Was number 1 overall.
The Eagles
Lane Johnson was like 4th. Eric Fisher was 2. That same
year. I wanted to look that up. I want to tell you guys. So Myles Garrett was the year that the
you're right.
Three picks in the first round. Myles Garrett was taken number 1 overall. Number 25 was Jabril Peppers. He's no longer with the team.
But he's still it's not a bad pick though.
No, it wasn't. They gave there was a falling out, I guess. I forget that. But
in a quote of one of our favorite guys, Andy Reid, you don't draft skilled players in the first 5 rounds. You draft your linemen for the offense and the defense.
Isn't that like opposite of what you just said?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
It's true.
No, bro.
Andy Reid did say you draft linemen in the first 3 rounds.
No, Gary, he said you draft your skilled players. You get your linemen in the later rounds.
That's not what he said. Look it up.
I don't know.
All right, well, whatever. I don't.
Andy Reid took Eric Fisher with the second pick overall in Kansas City his first year. So I mean,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, time is yours, Gar. Time is yours.
I got to do a better job. Sometimes I just shut up. I got to do a better job.
You said it, bro.
I got to do a better job.
We got a segment about crawling in a hole later today.
Steve's saying, sorry, you get 3 firsts, or it could go to 2.
Okay, to get a 2, right?
First,
yeah, okay,
2 seconds,
understood.
depending on
But yeah,
when
but what are they?
Yeah,
but what are they
absolutely. That's not what we're asking, Steve. Basically, Steve, like at 12, they're staying at 12. What are they doing? And Steve's absolutely right about this. The fuck if you idiots know anything about linemen? That's kind of why
I don't study linemen.
100% right on this. Look. That's why I don't. That's why I sit there and go, like when Dave Peterson goes, they're going to take Sewell. I'm like, like I don't.
He won't be there.
Like, I don't know enough about a line position. Like I don't watch linemen watching college football. That's the last thing I watch.
You know why? Because the Eagles have been such a mess in the last 3 years with their drafts. You want to see them take that guy where you're like, wow, I can't believe they got him. And the last few years, there's guys that we.
Well, they had that chance last year when Jefferson was sitting there. I was like, wow, I can't believe they took Rager.
Lane Johnson, Fletcher Cox are the only 2 years in recent, except for Wentz, because we all knew they were taking a Wentz. So that's we lost Gary.
All right.
It's the only time it's been a little different was with Wentz, right? The only other years were Lane Johnson, Fletcher Cox. There was the only 2 times in recent memory I went, wow, that was a great pick.
I actually liked. I don't remember if I liked the actual player as much as I liked the position. I thought it was a good move when they moved up a couple picks for Dillard.
Okay. What did they do? Move to like 13 or something to get Dillard?
Yeah, they jumped up a few spots for that.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, okay. I remember when they that's a good point, Mike. When they traded up for Dillard, we all kind of thought, hey, for everything you heard about Dillard was good, and that's another thing. That's another reason why I don't think they take a lineman at 12. It's because you have Dillard,
Antone Davis all over.
No, come on. No, he got hurt. I mean, he got hurt last year. So Dillard, you still have Mulata. Kelsey's coming back another year. Right now, Brandon Brooks is back. Lane Johnson's back. So I don't know if you have
your offensive line is in good shape.
You need to take. I wouldn't say good shape.
I wouldn't say good shape.
Do you need depth?
They need depth.
Yes, but I'm not taking depth at number 12.
No.
Okay, but
I think
it's not.
I think Surtain's the guy.
I think he goes to the Cowboys. No way he gets past 10.
He might not. You know what? But then I'd be like, is he that much better than Farley or the J.C. Horn or whatever?
Yeah,
they're right around that range. Yep, that's true.
Farley might go to the Giants, man.
That guy in a little.
Been there.
But you know what? Steve said you pick future, which it may not be. Even if you were to draft you're saying, I don't draft the project with the first round. If you know that you're not going to pay Brandon Brooks next year, and you can get Slater as a guard to replace him the next year.
We've had this conversation many times, bro. If you care to elaborate after I make the comment, your first 3 picks, your in your first round, your second round, and your third round. I feel that those guys need to be able to participate and contribute right away.
I agree.
I think you're
unless they're a quarterback,
right? But
that's different.
But even if you take Slater at 12, are you guys comfortable giving Brandon Brooks another contract?
No.
Right. So he's got 1 year left.
I hear you.
And he's your first guy off the bench.
Right.
But you have 3 first.
And you know that somebody's going to be injured. What's that? Oh yeah, no, I love Brandon.
He's healthy.
When he's healthy, yeah, but
he's also getting old.
Right. Yeah. I don't think he's on the team past 2021 regardless. So you got to replace him.
Okay,
and you got to replace
Devontae Smith or Slater. Who you take?
Oh, I'm taking Devontae Smith.
Right. Don't get it twisted. If Devontae Smith's there, I'm taking the receiver. Don't get it twisted, dude. But if these guys aren't there, I have no problem taking Slater at 12. If them guys aren't there.
Dave Peterson said, "You guys take Sewell. Say Sewell's gone at 12. Do you take Slater or?"
I would. I don't know much about Darisaw.
Yeah,
but I would take Slater because I think that he's a little bit more. He's able to kind of play a couple different positions. He's able to play guard and tackle, apparently.
Dude, well, let's just say this: Howie Roseman's going to fuck it up.
See, and Gary, I understand that. I understand that philosophy. We have no reason to think otherwise, but we're stuck with Roseman, so you got to just hope and be optimistic that some light bulb finally goes off and he figures it the fuck out.
I get that, bro, and I understand that philosophy, but he's going to fuck it up.
Yeah, but if you're an ugly fuck, if you're an ugly fuck, it doesn't mean that you're not going up and asking a whole bunch of girls out, right? I mean, do you just stop asking girls out because you're ugly?
Wait a minute. The head of my dick likes to be wet.
Well, there you go. So, I mean,
I don't know how to work out for you, Gary.
So sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not.
Yeah, I think.
Why you slap me in the face?
Yeah. Oh, I think all of us are in conjunction there. That we all think that Roseman is.
What's great is each one of us have a different opinion. What's going to happen?
But we all agree that Roseman somehow is going to look. All of us can talk
He's
about
going to fuck it up.
In the face, but come the end of April,
he's going to fuck it up.
This draft pick's chosen. We're all going to be like, "What the fuck?"
Probably
he's going to fuck it up.
Yeah, but you know what? We probably would have did the same thing at 6. At least we'd have next year to look forward to at that point and say, well, at least we got another shot.
Think about it, the last 10 years. The last 10 years in the draft.
Dillard was the only one.
More times than not, you went, what the fuck? Think about it. Jalen Reagor. Like, I mean, good.
Goddard was okay after they traded back.
But Goddard wasn't first round, was he?
No, yeah, they traded. No, because they traded back. They traded back. That was the year after they won the Super Bowl. So they had the 32nd pick. They traded back with Baltimore,
right,
and then traded up a couple picks right ahead of Dallas.
They traded up right before that because they knew Dallas was going to take them.
Yeah, Dallas got it. Yeah, so man, I don't know.
I mean, all you can do is just hope that they finally figure it out, man. I mean, we're stuck with this. Like, I can't just. Oh no! They're like.
You can't have the opinion. You can't not make a trade. We're worried about it because they're going to fuck it up anyway.
Right.
Like that doesn't.
I think they were making fun of us, Gary.
Wow.
I think that side of the screen was making fun of us. That's what I think.
Is that why you switched it? Is that why you switched it?
I didn't switch anything. I didn't
No.
I didn't switch that. Gary left.
Yeah, Gary got kicked out, so I moved up a slot.
I think they're saying.
Yeah. Now fucking Susu Studio fucking ranks.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
We're like the fucking Brady Bunch here.
I got tenure now over you fuckhead.
Dave Peterson said the best part of that draft was the Akers speech. Except for his voice crack. That was pretty bad, actually. He's like, Dallas! It's like, put chops in applesauce. Before we move on from the Eagles, because look, we have the draft coming up in a little more than a month, so we'll be talking more Eagles as time goes on. And we got a Phillies preview tonight. We got Flyers. We'll talk a little Flyers. We got some While You Were Drunk. We got some popcorn, quarter pop popcorn. But
speaking of fire, more shit.
Yeah, really. We'll end the show with the fucking Flyers. How's that?
Why do we want to do that?
What about Joe Flacco? the Eagles signing Joe Flacco 1 year, 3.5, I think. Garrett, what did Flacco say? He wanted to do what when he came here?
He's coming in to compete for a starting job.
No, that's not what he said, Garrett.
Well, he beat around the bush.
No, he said, I was never told I'm the backup or the starter. I'm here to compete.
Yes.
So
he's competing for the starting job.
No.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
You know what?
Yeah, that's what he thinks. So you're paying a backup quarterback $3.4 million?
That's a going rate. That's a going rate for a backup quarterback.
That's a cheap backup quarterback.
It could end up $7 million.
Yes, that's $7 million is the going rate for a backup quarterback.
So Steve's upset with me. Hold on. Steve's upset with me. So Steve, he said you're not really gonna give me. He's gonna fuck it up line and prepped you on it. Steve, instead, I found this by accident and I stuck with this instead because it fits our show.
He gonna fuck that little dog.
Steve, I'll work on it. I'll get it for next week. I know he wrote me on Messenger. He's like, dude, what are you gonna do to fuck it? He's gonna fuck it up. And that thing came up first. I'm like, oh, that fits perfectly with Ryan. I'm gonna play that.
He's gonna fuck him right. He's gonna fuck him right in the ass.
Yeah.
Fuck me in my ass.
Shit.
Dude, that still might be my.
Fuck me in my ass, man. Shit.
Feels good, don't it?
Should I show, because just in case people didn't get to see that the other week, should I show that again?
No, Sean, you got to keep them guessing.
All right.
Yeah, just let people be like, "What the fuck?"
But every time I hear it, that's fucking funny.
I picture that guy on his back. Oh my god.
And fuck me in my ass.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Feels good. It feels good.
If the rhythm feels good to you, baby, let me hear you say,
babe. Tony is done in the gym.
So yeah, I'll go with the Joe Flacco thing.
Yeah, I'm all right with it. Like, he's a veteran.
Yeah, I didn't have to relocate my family. I'm glad.
There you go. There you go. But he's thinking there's no way to me he's competing for the starting job. He can't throw the ball 40 yards down the field anymore.
No.
I mean, no.
He's here to teach, and if Hurts gets hurt,
especially
he's insisted that he's not here to be a mentor, Ryan. That's all I'm saying.
Especially if the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles doesn't have a really good receiver to throw to. I'm just saying.
So, I mean, do you really want your backup quarterback to say, "Hey, I just want to hold a clipboard and collect some money"?
I would if I was Chase Daniel. Chase Daniel does.
Oh yeah. Nick Foles came in and won a fucking Super Bowl.
Right.
But Nick Foles didn't get here and say, "I'm going to be competing for the starting job." That's all the daily thing. Like, there's no way Joe Flacco's competing for the starting job here. There's
I mean it's Hurts. Yeah, I mean it's
who's the
he Hurts really
Who's the one that went to Buffalo?
Ryan, would it not be Philadelphia if Flacco was able to revive his career and he's like fucking Jim McMahon starts fucking throwing dimes, winning games because Hurts is hurt.
Well, that's different.
I'm just saying, would that not be some shit?
All right, cool.
Yeah,
you need a backup quarterback. Like,
I don't think Flacco's like if Hurts goes down in week 2 and Flacco's your guy, it's going to be worse than.
That's not very nice, Ryan. Sean's supposed to be your friend.
Fuck him. He can't. He can't get the ball 40 yards down the field, man.
I'll throw you a fucking guy. Joe,
Twitter poll: who's got a sexier haircut, Sean or Joe Flacco?
It's the same guy.
It's the same guy, dog. Mitch Trubisky went to Buffalo. That's what I was thinking of.
That's who it was.
Mitch Trubisky knows he's not starting over Josh Allen. He knows he's not.
So right now, Nick Foles is their starter in Chicago.
No, he's not. Andy Dalton is.
Dave Peterson said Shane Falco. Flacco throws to Jalen Hurts. Why not? Because they basically did the same fucking thing last year with, you had a nice drive going. For a few times you had a nice drive going last year, and then all of a sudden Wentz comes out and here comes Jalen Hurts and does a fucking stupid option play. Hurts didn't throw the ball until he started. I think he threw the ball twice before
maybe
that.
Once, yeah.
Yeah, it was, oh God. That's okay.
God.
God, idiot.
What you drinking there, Mike?
Sounds like Napoleon Dynamite.
So, I mean, first of all, I got the Chamonix Creek 611 Porter.
On purpose?
You don't like the 611 Porter?
I don't like it.
Or you don't like the Chamonix Creek?
That's fucking shit water.
I'm so on them.
You had problems with it.
Well, no, the Mexican one I did.
Lima, underlay.
But you know what else I
I
have?
don't have a problem with Mexicans.
We all have problem with Mexicans.
I also have this here, fellas.
There you
What's
go.
that, yo?
Well, you know.
We're doing a happy birthday shot?
Yeah, we're
I don't
doing a
have
birthday shot.
I don't have
Oh,
one.
let's do it. Let's do it.
You ever do a straight rum, you fucking jerk off?
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah. I think you're the first person that has
Sean calls me on his way home from work, right? So I said, all right, Sean. He's like, I got to take it easy. I got stuff to do on my side. You do one shot. No, I'm not. No shots.
You know, it's his birthday.
Flacco would do a shot.
Flacco would do a
Cheers.
shot.
Hey, right in the end zone.
That's because he's not going to have to start.
Right in the end zone for 45 yards for a touchdown.
No, it would be 38 yards because he can't go more than 40.
Cheers, fellas.
Hey, cheers, Garrett.
40th, Mike.
Thanks.
Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday, Gary. Next week, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Birthday. All right. Let's move on from the Eagles. I've had enough. We spent way too much fucking time on them. Because we have baseball coming up this week. Baseball is back. Dude, it was
we also I'm not sure if we sorry, I don't want to get off topic, but I think we should at least touch on the tournament a little bit too.
Okay.
After the Phils.
Yeah, we'll get on that. Yeah,
Let's go, Michigan.
All right, we'll talk on that after.
It's baseball.
Right before the Flyers. Right before the Flyers. I got it down. All right, so the Phillies start against the Braves on Thursday next week. So 6 days away from opening day. It was 80 degrees here in Philly today. 80 degrees. Which was amazing, dude. It was, oh my God, it was so nice. But it was 50-mile-per-hour winds. So.
It was nuts. It was crazy. Like, I was coming home from work. I'm on the bridge. It's like, fuck.
Is Riamoto back?
Yeah, he hit a home run his first at bat.
His first at bat, he hit a home run.
Yep.
So why did we re-sign him? Why did we re-sign him?
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember what happened. I don't remember why we were signed. The best catcher in baseball. I'm not sure.
Thanks, Steve. Did you forget?
Wait, this is the first your brother's telling you happy birthday?
Pretty sure. Yeah, he's texted about 17 times today.
Oh, what great. A douche.
Man, Steve, what's the fuck's your problem, Steve?
Fucking shine box.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's awesome. Hey, the day's not over. He wished you happy birthday. So
yeah. Got to put Steve on my sleeve.
See, it's because of Corner Pub Sports. We got your back, Mike.
That's
Thanks,
right.
Guys.
Corner Pub Sports, we got your back. Slogan.
You guys are my real family.
That's right.
Straight up.
My
Fuck that guy, Mike.
My dad doesn't wish me happy birthday anymore, so how does it make you feel?
Susu Studio, brother.
It's been about 20 years. Oh, man. So
you guys been friends that long?
Mike and I have been friends since like 94, 90, something like that. Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, it's so cute.
Did you guys go to school together?
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you do circle jerks together?
Yeah. No, there's only two of us. It's not a circle if there's only two. That's like a rectangle. It's a rectangle jerk.
All kidding aside, that's great stuff.
Steve said he was 5. Yeah, dude. Steve, I never, man, you and your sister, man, you guys were young bucks. We used to babysit you guys all the time, man. It was.
Yeah, Sean and I both were stuck babysitting all the time. We grabbed the kids and went over to the park and played baseball with them.
Yeah, we played
for like hours on end.
Yeah, we play we call it a fast pitch, basically stick ball, but we actually play with a stuffed wiffle ball bat.
Yeah, I grew up playing like that.
You fucking threw as hard as you could, and we had a box on the fucking wall. You know, if you hit the box, it's a strike.
Stuff with wet newspaper.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, we played football with them and stuff. We played. There were other times where we played stick ball. There was in the little schoolyard at Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
How old were you guys when you had your first beer?
Oh, I remember.
Shit, I was probably about I think I had like half a beer at like 5 or 6. My dad gave me like a.
No. I'm talking about together. Together.
Oh,
was it? It wasn't the concert.
Freshman. It's got to be freshman year.
It's before.
It was freshman. You know what? I think the first time.
I know exactly what it was.
Was it when we stole the beer from Byright Deli?
Yeah.
When Mike Field stole the beer, and it was warm beer, and we went into the woods, and then I had baseball practice afterwards, and I threw up.
You went into the wood. You went in the woods together with warm beer.
Yeah.
He stole like 340s.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yo, you know what was funny about it though? It was this Coors. It was regular Coors. It was regular Coors.
And it was all head too.
Yeah, it was regular
Of
Coors.
course
And
it
it was
was.
this.
Well done. Did you swallow?
Hold on, bro. Let's tell the story.
So
I
it was
like
this.
this guy. I
it
like
was
this kind of shit.
It was this Coors, and it was like in the shape of a baseball bat. It was like this limited edition Coors regular beer, right? So about 3-4 months goes by, and my dad's buddy gets him one. He's like, Mike, check out this beer bottle. He's like, it's in the shape of a baseball bat, limited edition. You ever seen anything like this? I'm like, nah, Dad, that's pretty cool.
So the next day you took it.
The fact is though, so our buddy Mike steals fucking beers. We leave by right there. We walk down the end of the street, Academy Road, Academy and Red Line or whatever. Go into the woods and we start drinking these beers. And it was all head. We were drinking fucking straight head because he was shaking them up as he's walking. And it's warm. It's like early spring, maybe late spring or whatever. Because it's pretty decent. It's pretty warm out. And we
still drank it though, didn't you?
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh yeah.
And Mike had a baseball game that night. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I Ralphed. They call me Ralph for the rest of the year.
Fucking all over the fucking bench. His dad was a coach. He's like, man, what the fuck, Mike? What the fuck?
Oh, yo, bro, you remember the first time here's Brian. He's drunk. He's young as shit. He's drunk. His friends beat on the door.
All right, hold on. All right. This is when I first got a job at Wawa, right?
Wow.
So there was this girl I was trying to get with, and she was all about it, but she had a boyfriend.
You're trying to eat that pussy, weren't you?
Yeah. So I was trying to eat that ass. So she decided, well, we're going out tonight, and she knew it was my 18th birthday, so she was like, "Let's go. It's on me." All right, cool. So now this wasn't the first time I was drunk, but it's the first time I went out, like to a bar and stuff. So we get to the bar, and it's my 18th birthday. She tells the whole bar that it's my 21st birthday. I didn't spend a dime.
Nice.
Every time I turn around, I had a beer and a shot. So I was hammered. I was wrecked. So, they got to get me home. So, like, they pull up out front of their house, right? And they're dragging at me out of the car, right? And it's like, so you seen the movie House Party. So they literally leaned me up against the door, right?
Yeah,
and just knocked on the door. So Gary's up. Gary opens the door, and I'm whack right on my face, and he just starts laughing his ass, and like he's laughing his ass, and I'm.
Oh, that hurt.
I slept with the toilet that night.
That was great. That was fucking awesome.
Man.
You smoking that shit in my house?
I remember my 21st was like that. I couldn't even get the key into the keyhole and stuff. My buddy's like, "Here, let me try." Throws it in. It's like, pushes me into the door, slams the door like,
key or his
"Hey, look." Well, I don't know. I was pretty drunk. I mean,
yeah, but I'll tell you, Mike, I open the door and he's there, and you just hear, you see him go, and you hear a thump. And I just start laughing. Instead of helping him up, I'm laughing.
Yeah.
my 21st, they threw me a surprise party. I had agreed to work the next fucking day. It was a Saturday.
Oh.
No, it was a Sunday. I had to work on a Sunday morning at
Graphic Arts.
We were coating the fucking floors.
Imagine
being hungover on 2 hours sleep
and that smell
zepping the floors, dude. I was like, the whole time. It was me and not our buddy Dave, but Dave, the other Dave Wood. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Brian, you remember him?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Dude, you are?" I'm like, "No, I just turned 21 last night." Like, he's like, "Oh shit." He's like,
I'm trying to remember that party.
It was at what's her face? Michelle's apartment. She lived right at Trevose Bustle
Dude,
town.
I might not have been there.
I don't think you were
there?
home.
Yeah.
You weren't home yet. What was this? Steve said Mike's surprise party puked all over. Oh,
yeah.
I remember that, Steve. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yes, sir. Oh man, dude, I'm remembering all this shit. I remember one time we were playing cards and Steve fell sideways off my chair.
With the chair.
With the chair, and I remember looking at
it was
is he messing around? Like, what's going on? And no, Steve was gone.
Dude, that was that was just as bad as when you fell over with the chair.
At least it
on
wasn't
the
on
podcast.
At least it wasn't on me. Jesus Christ.
But then Steve was talking shit to Al when he was playing cards, and Steve was winning, and Steve was kicking everybody's ass, and Sean's getting pissed.
Steve fell backwards though.
Oh,
Steve backwards, and the whole chair. I was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like he's not kidding. Like he's out. He was like, fuck you guys." I'm like, "Damn, dude." Yeah,
he was playing and he was winning, and after every
dude, he was talking, I remember this. He was talking all kinds because he was all smashed. He was talking all kinds of shit, and I'm like, "Damn, man, yeah, Steve's right. He still won money."
Yeah,
as drunk as he was, I was so pissed. I'm like, "How the fuck can he concentrate?" He was so smashed.
Yeah, Sean was getting so mad, like he was like ready to punch a wall, right? But then he's talking shit, and he said something to Al, and Al's just like, you know what? And he just takes his finger and he just flicks one of Steve's chip stacks, and the thing just falls all over the place.
Oh,
and Steve's so drunk, he spent and Steve's just looking at it, he's like, I spent like 20 minutes trying to stack that. And
oh my God, it was funny as hell. It took him like forever to fix it. Dave Peterson said his 21st, he woke up in the back of a Pinot on the way to New York with people he didn't know. Oh my
God.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Dude, that's scary. That's scary.
All right. The time I was in the mansion. Oh my God.
What?
I never. All right. So this was back in the day before I knew any of you guys. So a couple friends of mine were in a band. So they were doing this, that like a bunch of bands were going to this. I don't even remember where it was. It was a basement jam in this mansion up in a rich neighborhood. So all the bands would play. So my boys' band played, and I was ripped, dude. Ripped. So here, like through the course of the night, I disappeared. And now, we're in a strange house and it's time to go. So my boys are like, yo, where the fuck is Ryan? So I ended up on like the third floor in this mansion, and I'm in a library inside the house. And there's like a leather couch in the library. So here they find me. I'm on the couch. Yeah. So I'm on the couch out cold with this lady just sitting at the desk staring at me while I'm sleeping. It's like they come into the room, they wake me up, and I'm waking up and I see this bitch just sitting there. And they're like, dude. And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm wrecked. Like it was crazy, man.
Jesus.
Yo, bro, you remember Kristen's fucking whatever party it was? Hammered.
No, I don't remember that guy. Why don't you tell the story?
I don't remember.
Gary,
good story.
So this, all right. This will be the last one. We got to move on. But
yeah, we do.
This party was on it was at a hall. It was my niece's communion party. So this it was at a hall and it was on the second floor.
I was at one of your niece's community parties. Oh, communion party. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
So the hall was on the second floor. So Gary's drinking, he's, I don't know, what are you, 22, 23?
Smoking weed.
So he thinks, he's feeling his oats. So he thinks, all right, I'm going to go stay in the bar. I'm going to go toe-to-toe with my uncle. And my uncle Dennis, you're not going toe-to-toe with him. You're not going to out-drink him. So Gary's doing shots and beer. And Gary's cool until he stands up off the stool. So now it's time to get everybody home. So my dad's a designated driver. So, so my dad takes a few people home. We come back to the hall. Here, Gary tried to go down the steps. He falls down the steps. So now he's at the landing at the bottom of the steps. And Gary, I'm not trying to insult you, but this is the only way I can compare it. Remember Chris Farley and Tommy Boy when he's in the airplane bathroom trying to get changed, and he's yeah, that's Gary laying at the bottom of the landing, and he's so drunk.
Another shot.
So me and my dad bring him home, right, and we throw him on the couch. So my dad's got to go back and take other people home. So I go back with my dad. We take other people home. We come in, and now my brother's off the couch. He's laying right in front of the steps to go upstairs. Obviously, he was trying to get to the bathroom. Well, he's laying on the floor next to the steps, in front of the steps, with a big pile of throw up right next to him, like a huge pile of throw up. Right?
I'm hungry.
Yeah. So my dad just, that's his problem. Steps over and goes off the bed. Goes off the bed. So, I go to bed, so we come down the next morning, and here's Gary all hungover, right?
I got to go to work.
Yeah, he's in his SPCA uniform, and he's on the floor, right?
Oh, no.
And he's scrubbing it. So you hear
Yo, Sean, I was shot to Sambuca.
Oh, dude. No.
So as I'm scrubbing, I smell fucking licorice.
Oh, man.
I went to work.
Dude, my stomach's burning.
I killed 30 dogs that night.
All right.
So, Phillies.
All right, so I don't know. I mean, we kind of covered the Phillies last week a little bit, but I just want to go through real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on this. We have a long baseball season, right? There's a lot to talk about this team. We just talked about Realmuto. You're great at catcher. First base, Reese is going to start. Segura is going to be a second. Short, you got Didi. Third, you got Alpbom. A full season of Alpbom. Should be fun.
Although Reese, I'm not sure about Reese, by the way.
Me neither.
Yeah.
My concern is the outfield.
So you got McCutchen at left. You got Bryce at right. Center is still, I thought it was a done deal.
Adubel?
I thought Adubel was the guy.
I mean, he's the one that's lighting the lights.
Yeah, I mean, here's Steve right here. Adubel's, and it sounds like Adubel's going to be the guy in center. Now I'm hearing Roman Quinn actually has a decent shot still of making the roster. Now Matt Joyce made the roster today. Kinsler, the pitcher I was trying to think of last week, he made the roster today. They were both informed.
So you still have Hazley and Kingery and
I think Kingery's going to start in AAA. I think they have to. I think they have to. I think they need him to get playing time. They brought him up too early. I mean, that's what That's what it comes down to. He just wasn't ready to play at this level.
But again,
I like him a lot, man. But he's not the same player as he was when he was coming through. He was hitting for average. He was hitting. He didn't have a ton of pop. I mean, he's an infielder. Most infielders don't. Second, basemen don't have that pop. But he had the speed and all that stuff, and he kind of like, I don't know, man. He was just kind of undisciplined at the plate. He looked like he didn't belong, and he does, and it looks like he doesn't.
But I mean, if this pitching staff can be 20% better what they had last season, this team can be nasty. They could be really fucking nasty. Because that batting lineup.
So last week, you guys were talking about the one pitcher, Alfaro, not fucking Alfaro.
Alvarez?
Alvarado. He's throwing like 98 to 100 miles per hour consistently. Now he can't hit. He's like fucking Wild Thing. Rick Vaughn. He can't hit the fucking target, but he can throw hard. So there was a lot. I think Todd Zalecki, who covers the Phillies and covers, writes for ESPN and stuff. He was basically saying like he thinks he's going to be their closer. Alvarado is going to be their closer because he throws so hard. The thing is, though, that's all good and well, but if you can't get across the plate, I mean, why not have a guy with a little more finesse?
Oh, wait a minute, Sean, it's a lot it's a lot harder in your fifth, sixth, seventh inning to be consistent. So if he comes in the seventh, eighth, ninth inning and he's just able to be somewhat consistent, there it is, man. Because he's got a nasty fucking pitch,
dude. He's the fastball's at 100 and his slider's at like 95. His slider's like 95. That's disgusting. But
so being a closer and a reliever, it's two different things. So as a reliever, there's a little more stress on him than there is as a closer.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think he could be the closer and he could be lighting it up as a closer.
Here's the good thing with them though. That you have him, you have Archie Bradley, and you have Kinsler. Bradley and Kinsler have closing experience.
Yes.
The good thing about the three of them, and I think Dave just hit this too. The good thing about the three of them, or the two of them that I just named, they have closing experience, but the three of them with Alvaro, Jesus Christ, I can't say his name. I'm feeling.
You know the beer there, Sean.
I'm feeling a little bit. Alvarado.
Little shot.
Is that? Yeah, I think that just hit me. Is that you can play around. Girardi now has some toys for the first time. Granted, he's only been here for a year, not even 55 games. He now has toys in his bullpen he can play with.
Shotgun approach.
Yeah, he's gonna, and he'll figure it out, man. There'll be a guy who comes to the forefront who's going to be the bona fide closer. But going into the season, beginning of the year, you get 2-3 months into it. He'll do it by committee, but somebody will come to the forefront. Girardi's not.
I think Alvarado could be the guy. Alvarado could be the guy where you're like, wow, how the fuck did he throw that fucking pitch?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, but like somebody will come to the forefront, and it'll be somebody that Girardi trust, and that'll be the guy that's your closer.
What Dave just said, you need a lights out closer, not just a hard thrown, inconsistent pitcher. We had that. Like we've seen guys like that here.
Sir Anthony.
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you what, Gabe fucking ruined him. I don't know. I don't know if we're ever gonna see him again. I don't know.
Alvarado's a different guy.
Yes, yeah, he's built a lot tougher. It looks like he's a lot more of a thicker build. He looks like he can probably hold up more.
See, I want my closer though. Like I want my closer with a beard.
That's Archie Bradley.
Yeah, like that's what I'm getting at.
What a fuck you attitude.
With a thick build and fucking tats.
Dude, that's Alvarado.
I want him thick.
Giggity, giggity.
Straight up.
Fucking thick.
I want an intimidating looking dude on that mound to be my closer.
Yeah, like back off the plate, or I'm going to hit you with the ball.
Oh man, I hit that twice. I clicked the button twice and I fucking played the same clip twice.
That's all right. We still respect you, bro.
All right, how about a third time?
Fuck with my ass, man.
I want a thick.
Shit.
Real thick.
Oh boy, what a chip bag.
So I agree, Gar. Well, I just and you have Vinny Velo. Vinny Velo is now in the bullpen. Matt Moore is your fourth starter. I don't know, man. Like I I look at the pitching staff. I'm like, I'm a lot better than I was last year with this.
Yeah,
should be.
And the bullpen, I'm a lot better with.
We just need Noel to be able to go more extended than he's been able to.
Yeah, that's something too. I like Nola.
The first half of the season, he's solid.
But there's something when he's pitched a few big games, and he doesn't show up, man.
All right.
Like he just he gives you 4 innings and gives up fucking 4 runs. Like he doesn't show up in a big game.
He's your ace.
Wow, Steve's saying Moore looks like a 3. Steve, you might not be far off. I think I hope so. I hope so. I hope Moore comes in and just fucking, but Eflin is probably going to start off as your 3, I think.
Is Moore the guy with the big crusty beard and the fucking attitude?
Who?
Moore.
No.
Crusty beard. You can talk about yourself. You got a mirror? Fuck.
The guy with the real long beard, that's Archie Bradley guy.
All right. That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, and like you were saying, I can see Matt. I can see Archie Bradley being the closer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make my prediction right now. I think Kinsler is gonna be end up being the closer. Something about it. I just think he's the guy that you're gonna see as your closer for the Philadelphia Phillies. I don't know why. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just that he's coming off the most success as being a closer. I think he led the National League last year in closes. Saves. Closes. Fuck. Tomorrow's gonna suck.
Worry about tomorrow.
Yeah.
Being a pussy.
I got a golf fucking lesson tomorrow.
Fucking Joe Flacco cocksucker.
No, you need all the lessons you can get.
Dude, you want to fucking play me, motherfucker?
What's your handicap, Sean?
Right now, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like a fucking golf. I'm like an 18.
Is that really a sport?
Right now.
Yeah,
you ever play it, Gar?
That game will fuck you up.
Yeah. Steve said fucking lessons. Steve, the refreshers, man. I need help. I'm inconsistent, dude. Last year I went through a period I was fucking hitting everything well, and then it went away. And I gotta figure it out. It's all about figuring it out, dude. I need more consistency. That's all.
Well, even
sound like Flyers.
But even your big time even your big time golfers say that.
Hold on, now you just hit me with this. Is that what just Rich Fuck just said? Lessons?
You are wearing an Under Armour polo. Yeah, I mean doesn't get much more like rich guy than that.
This thing does feel it's a comfortable fucking polo too.
Damn, my man's been to Burlhome.
Yeah, Burlhome. Dave Peterson bringing back Burlhome. I haven't heard that name in a while, man. That's
I went there a few times. That's fun. You go to the driving range.
I got a Burlhome story for you guys.
You ever do their fucking their batting cages? It's a fucking train wreck.
Oh no, Burlhome. I'm sorry.
Did you get hit by pitches? Yeah, it's like fucking. It's like fucking Mitch Williams throwing at you.
It's like
over your head. Like Jesus Christ, they're fucking up here, dude. I would yell, "What the fucking piece of shit!" Fucking things coming at you. Fucking, you spend $1 on that token, and the thing's coming fucking 18 inches outside. They can't swing at that shit. So I whip out my dick and hit the ball.
Tell out the Mitch Williams face, Sean.
I will.
He's talking about a pitcher machine, not Mitch Williams.
He said it's like Mitch Williams throwing.
Yeah, he just said they're the worst cages in the world, dude. They are the worst. The best fucking place used to be on Red Line Road. They had the home run fence. Mike, you remember that?
Yeah,
near Washington High School. Now they built a fucking Giant or an Acme or whatever the fuck is that. Acme. In the Northeast. They had the little home run fence. That place was accurate, man. That was good. That was a good place. But anyway, the fuck. Can we give our Phillies prediction? There's so much to get to tonight.
So the over and under on from Vegas is 81.
I think they will if the Phillies win 82 or better.
I'm taking the over on that all day.
Yeah, but we said it every year, and then we.
Yeah, but I'm talking 3 games. Like I gotta believe they win 85 games.
Yeah.
85 games might get in the playoffs because there's extra.
It probably does. They got right.
Ryan, I'm so glad.
I think you and I were both around 85. I think we said
I thought I was going to be alone on this. The more because initially I went, they're going to hit the over. I'm thinking 83, 84. And then I looked at things a little more and I said, they had a lead in 80% of their games last year. 80% of their games they had a lead in. If you win half of those games,
you're in the playoffs.
You're in the playoffs.
You might win the division.
Yeah, but you know what the problem, and we talk about this every week. The problem is that like every year it's woulda, coulda, shoulda. Every year,
the past 12 years, it's been the bullpen.
The only thing though, Mike, I think this year, because you can't really. I don't think you can get any worse than last year. If you do, then guess what? Yeah, I just look at this and I go, you know what? You can only go up from here. The only thing that can stop him, Mike, in my opinion, is injuries.
Hey, Sean, I guarantee you will be in your basement saying, "How about them Phillies? How about that?"
You know what, Gary? I hope so. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
Gary, you know what the problem is you every one of your guarantees end up being wrong, and then we end up getting pissed.
It's true.
Don't be nice in Sean's basement where we say,
yourself, you geriatric fuck.
Mike, what are you thinking? I'm gonna say 87.
"Well, that's not a Twitter poll." You know, what I'm saying?
87 fucking wins. It was 87 wins. 87, and they made the playoffs. They don't win.
I'm calling 85, but
third.
I like 85. I agree, Mike.
I'm calling 85, but
Wait,
I'm
Gary,
thinking that I'm being too optimistic. I feel like I'm setting myself up because you know what? Last year was a bullpen. The year before that, it was a September collapse. The year before that, it was another they were the first place in July or like they're just always be
Joe Girardi.
Yeah,
Full spring. They got the band back together. Andrew McCutcheon's back.
You can't go
when they lost Andrew McCutcheon 2 years ago, dude. Last year, whenever that man,
the year he got hurt.
That
changed. The first year Harper was here, that changed the team. When he got hurt, when he blew his knee out, like the team was different.
How can he be wrong if he's eating cannolis? You know what I'm saying?
No, you can't be wrong with that.
Fucking cannoli.
So what are you saying, Mike? 85?
I'm going to say 85, but I think I'm being stupid.
I said 87. You guys looked at me. I was fucking crazy. It's 2 games more.
I like 85.
Didn't Gary have him at 90?
Probably.
Whoa. I never said 90.
No, I think you did.
No, I didn't say 90.
I know what you said.
Drunk Gary said 90.
Drunk Gary said
No, sober Gary, drunk Gary never said 90.
I swear you did.
No, I said 80. I said 80. I said 80 plus.
69.
80 plus.
69.
No, he said 34 and a half.
34.
I never
34 and a half.
Yeah, 34 and a half. 34 and a half is I lay there and she does all the work.
No.
Seconds? 34 and a half seconds? That sounds about right, Gary.
No.
Coming day and night. Fucking right in the pussy.
We're not talking about Halliday's plane.
When she squirted, you're like,
you look like you have to take a tingle. Go on. Take a couple trips.
All right, can we do it? All right, those are predictions. Go Phils. We'll talk more Phils next week. Trust me. We'll get more to them.
But I mean, 85 games winning. That's
you know what? I think it's only. Should we do like baseball predictions in general next week, like World Series and all that? All right, let's do that next week. All right.
Yeah. Let's talk about that before we drop.
Gary's got the slanted eyes. Yeah. Shot hit him in.
Gary's hammered.
I love it. All right, it's time.
I'm still awake, fellas. I'm still here.
It's time to catch up on some things you may have missed.
Do you think a CPS is acceptable?
Wow.
Fuck me in my ass.
I'm drunk and I love cats. What more do you need to know?
You old fat bitch!
All right, I'm having a cigarette.
Bitch!
All right, so the Cubs.
Shut up, you fat bitch!
The Cubs had a player in their system. He's been in there since I don't know, like 2017 or something.
I love you guys.
Jesus Camargo.
Somebody's got to cut the grass.
He got hit. He got caught, I should say, with 21 pounds of meth in his equipment bag this week.
Is he Heisenberg?
21 pounds of meth.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
my
that's real
daughter
bad.
is 2 and she weighs 26 pounds. She's heavy as fuck. That's a lot of meth. I'm going to say we're not going to see him no more. I think he gone.
Mm-hmm. Ain't gonna see him no more.
As Jeff Fry would say, hashtag she gone. I got to get Jeff Fry on this show. Former Major League player. He would come on a heartbeat. Dude, you want to talk some baseball? Yeah, maybe next week.
Or Brian Prop.
Stop. Maybe next week I'll get it. I'll see if I can get Jeff on, dude. Because you guys haven't talked. Sean, Callie, and I got to talk to Jeff, dude. Oh, he's fantastic. He's an absolute great guest. So maybe I'll try to get him on next week. If I'm gonna say it for a fucking fourth time, dude, that's nuts though. Like fucking 1 pounds of meth.
Yeah.
Dave said he's stocking up for his Philly trip. Steve said 88 wins for the Phillies. 88 wins.
Damn. Always the optimist when it comes to the
I
Phils.
said 87. I thought I was high. Damn. I said 87, and then,
But then
I
I got
high. LeBron James. LeBron James is out for the foreseeable future. He has a high ankle sprain for the Yankees. For the fucking Lakers.
Might as well be the Yankees.
Yeah, right. I know exactly. That's why I thought that. So LeBron being out, does that change anything in the West? LeBron being out.
A little bit.
Are we getting back to basketball?
Oh, a little
again?
bit.
Just for a second.
Think of this though.
But it's never a second, Sean.
The Jazz, you know,
the Jizz.
They take over. What happened? Oh,
You're right.
on.
Yeah, you're there.
Yeah, we're listening. We hear you.
All right. So the Jazz take over, right? They're the number one seed, and their prize is a fully healthy Lakers team in the first round.
Wait. The Lakers aren't going. The Lakers aren't going to finish the 8th seed.
They're not going to finish 8th, but they're right now. They're what, 5th?
They're 5th.
Really?
Yeah, 5th.
Yes.
Yeah, they dropped down a lot, man. That's a good
They can't miss the playoffs, can they?
No, they're not going to miss, but they might end up with the 7th or 8th seed.
I mean, LeBron might be out for
a month,
a while,
6 weeks.
Might be out for a month.
Could hope his ankle's broken.
Yeah, but
UNF month.
But the thing is that
basketball. Get out of here with that.
God, shut up.
Make me.
The thing is does it matter if they're
come on over here, make me.
If they're the 7th seed or the 8th seed or the 1 or 2 seed? It's one game, right? It's one game 7 at home.
Can't be me. Fucking
Shut up,
Mike.
Hold on, I got this. Hold on.
Bye, guy.
All right, go ahead. I muted him.
No, so I mean, would the 1 or 2, if they're the 1 or 2, or they're the 7 or 8, does it matter? It's one game 7. It's one home game.
No, like from the Lakers' perspective, no. But the Jazz get the number one seed and they get a fully healthy Lakers team in the first round.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're healthy by the playoffs, I guess that's really all that matters, right? Especially when you already won it. Oh, this is so much more peaceful.
Yeah, I know, right? And it's all quiet and shit. Marshawn Lattimore from the New Orleans Saints.
Suck my cock.
Pro Bowler, cornerback. It's a player I'd like to have here.
Yeah.
But then I actually
shake your head at me. Fuck you, Ryan.
What happened to your headset? What the fuck is he doing? What's he doing?
I don't know.
He's hammered, dude.
Yeah, I am hammered. So what?
Put your headset on, dude. We can't hear you.
We're outside.
Oh, okay. So Marshawn Lattimore gets arrested and charged with 4th-degree felony gun theft or something like that. He was stealing. I don't know the exact details, but it's fucking crazy, man. Like, what the fuck, dude? You're a professional athlete. Are you working?
Yeah, stop being a thug.
I don't get it. Like,
stop being a thug.
Like, what's with the credibility? Like you worried about your persona? Fuck you. I have millions of dollars. Go fuck yourself. Leave me alone. I'm gonna go back to my fucking mansion. 3 girls waiting for me in the fucking bed. Like, I just don't understand that street cred and whatever the case is. Like, your pride. You make millions upon millions of dollars a year. What the fuck, man? I don't know. I just don't get. What are you stealing for?
Yeah, like what does he have to steal? Like
yeah, I haven't read enough about the story, but
no, I didn't even know anything until you sent something in the text thread. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
While you were drunk, we had a loss. Elgin Baylor passed away. Longtime Lakers and player and Clippers GM helped revolutionize the game of basketball.
Yeah. You said it, dude. Silky smooth, man. Silky smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame. He was 87 or something like that. So it was his time. All right, move on. What the fuck? Tim Peel, an NHL referee.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Has been banned from calling any more games ever.
He was going to retire.
He's going to retire this year.
Yeah.
Was he? I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that part. So he was caught. Now, so some people are bitching because they're like, oh, referees shouldn't have a microphone. Why not? NFL has a microphone. The NBA has now included where the guy comes over to the bench and says it and you can hear what he says. And baseball, you see what he says. You see the call, right, as he's making it. So why can't you have a microphone? But anyway, the Tim Peel gets caught. Was it Nashville? I think it was a Nashville Predators game. And he basically said, now we're going to give them a penalty. We're going to do a makeup call. We're going to give them a penalty. They deserve I thought
it was something like, my understanding is he said something like, we got to call a penalty on Nashville early or something.
Yeah, it was basically like we're admitting to doing a makeup call. And it was caught on the microphone. And he called the penalty, and then after the game, he was reviewed and basically told he was done.
So it's essentially stuff that's like unwritten. It's like, no, you could do it. You just can't talk about it.
Right.
Like if you talk about it, you're in trouble. But if you do it's okay.
Yeah, it's like Fight Club.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So microphone every fucking body.
And basically, you are. I mean, you really can't say anything on the field without being caught.
There's makeup calls. Yeah, there's makeup calls everywhere.
So this happens in every sport, but official has finally been caught, and he's been caught red-handed. That's the only reason. I swear to God, if we can only catch Joe West,
this has been going on for years, though.
Or Angel Hernandez.
Well, that's what we're all saying. We're all basically saying that, he was just dumb enough to have the hot mic and get caught.
Right. The fact that he said it. Like,
you can't say it. Like, you can't do it. Like,
we see it all the time.
Which one of us in this panel has not thought it?
But how
Well, we just all said that. We said that, like, we all know what happens. We all, like, right. You just can't, like, if you get caught doing it, you're screwed.
But how contradictive is the NHL right now? How, like, you know what I mean? Like, how hypocritical are they? Where he got caught and now we're going to ban him. We've seen it in game after game. The announcers constantly say, "Oh, are you kidding me with that call? There was no call there. Like, it was a makeup call. It was clearly a makeup call."
Exactly, Sean. This has been going on for over 20 years.
But it made national headlines, and that's why he's gone. And
well, I mean, he was going to be retired.
Right, and you just hit it, Mike. If he was a young guy, I don't think he gets banned from calling any other game. They're like, "Here's your severance package. Thanks for
just go away." Yeah, you're being made an example of. Like, don't be stupid.
Using you as an example, we're going to act like we're going to do something about it. You're out.
Right. Give me my $375,000. I'll see you later.
Yeah. So a couple more stories here. The Buffalo Sabres GM, sticking with hockey, had to coach the team last night because the coaching staff and and assistant coaching staff was on COVID the COVID list. So the GM had to come down and call the game. Actually, I didn't check if they won or not. Let me see if they won.
That's almost as like the Rangers affiliate coaching squad coming up to blow the Flyers out.
Sean, is this the guy that got irritated and threw his beer?
No, so the Sabres actually got shut out. They got shut out by the Penguins 4-0. So
I'm saying I'm going to trade that fucking guy and that guy and that guy.
Yeah.
So the Sabres or the Senators.
I'm going to go to my car. I'm going to get my clipboard. I'm going to trade everybody.
Call me glove box. Get my other gun. Shoot everybody.
The Senators went against the Maple Leafs last night, and the Senators GM was caught on camera in the box. And they lost in overtime, and he took his beer and threw it against the wall. It was fucking amazing. Go on at Corner Puff Sports on Twitter to see the footage. It's amazing. It's fucking fantastic. So yeah, that's pretty wild, man. The GM has to come in. Dude, can you imagine the players? Like, what the fuck, man? All right, I got two more stories. This is a good one. Miller Lite is releasing a candle called Bar Smells.
Really?
Yes. What would your candle smell like if you created a candle called Bar Smells? What would your candle smell like?
Stale alcohol and farts.
Right?
Depends.
Like what depends?
No, it depends.
Oh, sorry.
If you go in like after our softball games, if you go in first thing in the morning, it smells like fucking bleach.
Yeah, it smells like an abortion clinic.
Yeah.
All depends on what kind of bar I go to.
Oh, you know what a 69-year-old
You know what
woman, you know what a 69-year-old woman smells like?
Not
It
70.
depends. It depends. It depends.
It could smell like beer and puke.
Maybe
It's a Friday night.
Nicotine and failure.
Yeah.
Everybody's here. This puke stinks like beer.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, I gotta tell you, I forgot to tell you, I was getting a hand job from my ex-girlfriend. I forgot to tell you.
When? Yesterday, dude?
No, years ago.
No.
I was getting a hand job from my girlfriend. And I said, "How are you so good at this?" She goes, "Years of practice." And I was like, "Bit of a player back in the day, weren't you?" She goes, "Nah, my dad had no arms."
Sean's dating some strange girls.
Yeah. You still got a number? You still got a number?
No, not yeah.
Oh, an old fashioned.
Not strange.
Oh, an old fashioned.
Oh, old fashioned.
Hey, as long as your nut sack is empty, it's not strange.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Got it all over my shirt.
Yeah, my beer.
fucking-
Yeah, my beer would smell like my bar smell would smell like STDs and fucking failure. Like that's a.
We still love you though, Sean.
Huh?
We still love you.
And we still go back.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I like snout trails on the bar.
Smells like that. It smells like cocaine and blowjobs.
It does smell like my bar, doesn't it, Dan? Can't wait for you guys to come back over again. Been a while since I had a blowjob.
Cocaine and under titty fucking cheese.
Shit. Speaking of under titty, where the fuck's Molly at?
Molly, where you at?
No, I haven't talked to her. She hasn't responded. Whatever.
Her car doesn't have a phone connection.
You know what? We're going to bring up college basketball. We're going to move on real quick because it's came on. VCU canceled. They had to bail on their game over the weekend to COVID reasons. And the reason why I bring it up, and it's a personal thing, we're family friends with the coaching staff. We're family friends with the head coach and assistant coach of the team. And it's a shame they had multiple tests every day, every single day. They had tests. The day of, 3 hours before, they tested fucking negative or positive, I should say. They said they were extremely safe. They don't know what happened, but yeah, they tested positive and they had to cancel the game. And it's unfortunate, man. We were amped up for it. Like that was, even though I was out of my bracket pretty much at that point. I was looking forward to that game. I went to see him compete. I went to see the team compete and see what they could do. And unfortunately, Oregon it was deemed a no contest, and Oregon gets the win and got the chance to move on. So
you know what? That might have given Oregon an advantage too, because the second round they were a little bit more fresh and knocked off a higher seed.
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't play for 4 days.
COVID's still fucking with people.
It is. Yeah,
it ain't over yet.
I went into work Wednesday, and the guy I've been working with, he says, "Yo, painting crew. There's 3 guys on the painting crew that tested positive." So I looked at him. I said, "Well, what do we do?" He said, "We go to work."
Yeah, right. Yeah, my direct boss tested positive this week, so he's been out. So,
fuck, dude.
Dude, it ran rampant through my place, dude.
Yep. Hey,
I gotta say it. I got like 80% of the building had it.
I hear you, bro.
Next Saturday, I get my second shot. So, and you guys are the week after. So, yeah.
Yep.
We'll see, man. We're light at the end of the tunnel. All right. So that's while you were drunk, man. That was a long. I knew it was gonna be a long segment. There was a lot of shit we had to go through.
I can't wait to be back in studio, bro.
Yeah, I know, man. I hear you. All right, real quick, and then we'll get to the Flyers, and then we'll do popcorn. NCAA tourney kicked off last week. We talked about it last week, but holy fuck, upset city. Start off with Ohio State losing.
Yeah. Yeah, Ohio State took Illinois down to the wire in the Big Ten championship and then get bounced in the first round by a team that's still in the tourney.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Mike, I love that class, man.
I think
Thanks, Bob.
I think that another number one seed goes out this weekend. I'm not just saying this because it's the only team I got left. I think Villanova beats Baylor, man.
Wow. That's the first game of the week, too. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, got to pull for Villanova, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, like I'd like to see them win it again. And it's,
why not? Right?
Yeah, I just think there's like with the trend that the tourney's going, the way Villanova played.
Can you imagine that though? If fucking Jay Wright wins another one,
could you?
Dude,
that'd be hard.
It's crazy. Maybe Villanova's in hindsight. Everything's hindsight. Maybe Villanova's the team that everybody kind of like went sour on too fast. Maybe they lost their point guard. It took a little time for them to recalibrate a little bit. Everybody lost faith in them because they lost 4 of the last 7 or whatever, and everybody gave up on them.
Mm-hmm.
They're still
they were 1 seed. They were like a top. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you know, exactly. Yeah, that's right. 1 seed. You pull out your dick for that?
No, it was my finger.
Yeah, I was.
Sean got excited.
I was hopeful.
He was hoping. Cara, where's the dog?
Oh yeah.
He gonna fuck that little dog.
I can't with you guys. I can't do
This
that.
fucking show.
Where's Moya at, man?
She's in bed. I just had her at the vet.
She wants some company. Everything all right?
A whole bottle of peanut butter.
Pulling out a bunch of yeast in her ear.
In her ear?
Hey.
Sorry, it wasn't yeast.
No, it was yeast.
No, it's shot everywhere, man. I'm sorry, bro.
No, it was a fucking
Maddox fur.
Yeah, it was an exciting night. I exploded.
Black.
Christ.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
All right.
Hey, you leave my dog alone.
I love that dog.
So Ryan, Villanova beat Baylor. Ohio State's out. Virginia lost. Some other top seeded teams lost. It's been a crazy tournament. And you know what? This was expected. And you know,
you called it, yeah.
Yeah, I called it, except for it wasn't on my brackets.
Yeah, like if you called it, how come you didn't go this way with your bracket, dude?
Because I was thinking with my heart, not my head. Because I'm thinking COVID, all this stuff. Now look, here's the thing. I'm way.
You called upsets. You just called the wrong ones.
That's better. It's better than
taking
taking with your dick instead of your head.
That's I think I take too many chances. I take way too many chances, and I should think more. Yeah. Anyway, fuck my bracket. No one cares a fuck. So
your hair.
But it's the truth. Like we knew there was going to be. That's right. We knew there was going to be upsets.
He caught it.
I did. I hear you. Because it was just this season. It was just the way it went. This whole season was just a crapshoot. So I wasn't surprised.
Yeah. I mean, there's still 3 number 1 seeds though.
Yeah, but I was surprised how many. Like every time you turn around, another, the lower seeds like knocking out a better team, and it's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Like, for instance, Missouri was playing fucking lights out, and they fucking went out in the first round. I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah,
that was it.
You know what?
Pretty much anybody except for Texas. Texas. For some reason, I Texas Tech in my Final Four. I think they're still alive, right? Pretty sure they're still alive. They might be the only team. Michigan. I think I have 2 out of 4 still alive. It doesn't matter.
I thought didn't Texas Tech lose to?
Probably. They probably did.
Arkansas.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. They did. So I have 1. I have Michigan. That's it.
That's all I got left.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm done. I might end up in last place in that fucking goddamn thing.
The top two teams. Callie, how you making out? Callie's going. Top two
If you're
teams are
not
both have
first,
Illinois
you're
wins
last.
left though.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of time.
Speaking of college basketball, though, I want to give the NCAA a big fuck you
Why?
for the discrepancies with the fucking women's basketball.
Ooh.
Like, it's terrible. There are workout facilities. You know that the COVID tests that they're getting aren't like they're so subpar compared to the ones that they're giving to the men.
Really?
And yeah, and
men have cocks.
And
Men
after
have
after the women play one of their games, they got to walk a mile and a half to get their test done.
Wow. Are you
Yeah.
serious? After
Yes.
playing a game, you got to walk a mile and a half.
Yes.
Is there a kitchen on the way? I'm kidding.
No, but all joking aside,
I actually talked about this with Rachel. This whole thing's it's pretty fucked up. This entire situation is pretty fucked up. Like you said, the
While you're waiting to get your COVID test, give me a beer and a sandwich, you fucking pig.
No, the workout facilities. Did you see the original workout facility?
No.
It's basically like it was basically a tower of weights and like a fucking old ass table, and they're like, this is unacceptable. And they got exposed for it, and they developed a room like here, like the size of my basement, with like colored lights on each wall, shining down on the weights.
Fucking pigs.
And someone said, "Well, at least they're not fucking pink." That's what someone said. Like, at least they ain't fucking pink. That's great. And then you look at the men's. It's fucking
it's like a state of the art facility.
Upon rows of guys
Now,
in
the men-
armor shirts, and
Like
The
this
men
isn't
make
like-
more money.
They do. Like it's $1 billion industry, but the women bring in the millions.
Fucking
Dude,
pig.
and here's the thing: I didn't even know when the women.
Pig is a pig.
So I was
God,
asked,
shut up.
Stop. I didn't even know when the games were on.
I'm sorry.
And what station they were on. And Rachel, because Rachel said, "Are you watching the game?" I said, "I gotta be honest, Rachel. No, I haven't, because I don't even know when they're on and which channel." She goes, "They're all on ESPN. That's it." And they're not all on ESPN because there's only one ESPN station.
Yeah, there's ESPN 1, 2, 3, whatever.
Right. Well, so they're on the other one. So that's it. So if you don't have the ESPN package, guess what? You're not watching all those games. Yeah. So it's kind of fucked up. That's a good one, Rye, for sure. So, all right. Should we move on to the Flyers?
So,
Well,
right before we do, I mean, in recalibrating, anybody changing their pick? Who they think is going to win it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with I don't give a fuck University because
All right, that's good.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed myself for how piss poor I did. I am extremely disappointed myself. So I'm yeah. You know what? I hope Chicago Loyola, you got.
No, I want to see Oral Roberts.
Is Layla.
Give a 15 seed win. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Villanova, man. Come on, you got to root for the locals.
Who do I think is going to win it? I think Gonzaga's looking really
Gonzaga's the best team in the country by far. I mean,
yeah, but you know what? I looked it up, man. Of all the years that they've been in the tournament, they've made one Final Four. One.
Well,
really?
Yeah,
they made one Final Four.
And that year they weren't the top. They weren't the top.
I remember them being in the Final Four again.
Yeah, they weren't a top seeded team that year. That started their big rush. They started getting recruits because of that.
I don't know if that was. I know that they've been good for like 20 years now.
Yeah,
and they've been like a 1, 2, 3 seed for like almost 20 straight years. They only one Final Four, one Finals.
Wow.
I looked it up because I'm like, that's why I didn't pick them. Like, that's why I was hesitant to pick them. I think I took them in one, but yeah, they look strong.
All right.
Anyway, all right, moving on. What are we doing? Are we doing the crawl and the whole thing?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys.
I got one. If anybody else doesn't have any, It's a shame it's late, but
so basically, real quick before we get to the Flyers, because you know what, this is a good segue because the Flyers are pretty fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
More than that.
Yeah, before we get to the Flyers, I just wanted to ask because it hit me randomly today or this week. I thought about something. I was going through an intersection and it hit me. I was like, "Oh shit!" And it took me back to a story.
Driving down your freeway.
So kind of hit me. I was like, "Man, I should ask the guys like, what was the most embarrassing story you ever had? Like a situation that you were in that made you want to fucking just die. Like you were just like, I don't want to be seen right now."
Last week.
Why? What happened, Gar?
A Twitter poll.
Come on, that was the last. That was the worst thing that ever happened to you.
In the last few years, yeah.
Are you serious right now with that? You're so drunk, you don't even remember it. You don't even remember that.
I can't remember anything else, Sean.
All right, I got one.
Here goes Mike.
So I'm in college, working over the summer. Working over summer break, and got a job with my uncle. I'm a laborer for construction, doing new construction on a house, and everything's they're set up. They got this driveway paved, and the rest of it's they got this this tractor that's like basically like smoothing out the mud and stuff like that, right? And I'm sitting there.
I can see where this is going.
And I'm like, all right, there's this long winded driveway. And I'm like, and I got to go out there and I got to go get coffee or something for the guys. I'm like, man, I've driven over grass before. Fuck this. I'm driving across the mud to go over, to cut across. I'll take it a shortcut. I make it about halfway. I'm stuck in the mud. Just so I'm sitting in the middle.
And this is someone's property?
Well, I mean, nobody bought it yet. I mean, they're building a house for somebody. So now, my car is stuck in the middle of the mud. And I got to go up hat in hand and ask, like an asshole, got to ask this tractor to fucking figure out a way to tow my car out back onto the driveway. And then afterwards, he's got to spend another day fucking smoothing out the fucking shit that I just trudged up and, ruined his smooth little, grass path that, that they're going to see.
Was this your Thunderbird that you had?
This was the Thunderbird.
Oh, man. White Thunderbird?
So,
oh, man.
Yeah. So my fucking, 8-year-old nieces and shit for like 5 years straight called me mud driver.
Yeah.
I deserved it.
Them construction workers are like, look at this fucking jerk off.
Oh yeah. And then I had the nerve to ask for a raise at some point.
So the reason why I brought this up, I was going through an intersection, like I mentioned. So I was going to play baseball. I was just driving. It might have been my first year driving, and I'm on my way to play baseball, or whatever. And I'm sitting through an intersection. The light turns green. I just get ready to go. And these fucking cars are flying. I'm like, what the fuck? And I lay on the horn. I'm giving the finger. Fuck you. You're fucking going through the red light, you motherfuckers. Oh, shit. And I'm already halfway out. It's a funeral procession. These poor fucks are like grieving over someone who just died, and they're looking over, and some guy's giving the finger, honking at them. Fuck you, you fucking asshole! Like, oh, Bobby just. So there's that, and then my other one is I think I've told the story before, but I was getting off the bus at high school. Getting off the bus, and a friend who I used to wait.
Sean's giving his finger at dead people.
Used to catch the bus in the morning with a neighbor. Her name was Nicole, and she didn't go to school that day, and she was waiting for me to get off the bus. And I'm like, oh, what the hell? So I was looking at her the whole time. I wasn't paying attention, and down I go, and I went through an open manhole cover.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you this story. And I turn around and the bus is stopped at the red light. And all the kids that I go to high school with are looking out the window laughing at me. And I'm stuck. The only thing to save me is my backpack. It's the only thing to save me. I'm stuck in a fucking manhole cover.
So you're like dangling with your backpack holding you?
I was able to lift myself up and get out but I remember someone was like, you could sue the city and whatever. I was 16 years old. I didn't give a fuck. It was like I was more worried about my integrity.
I'm the thing that's loaded up for boys and girls to see. Backpack.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I'm even more embarrassing, after that. I didn't get to hit it. Come on. I know, Ryan, you can stop. Come on.
Yeah, you guys had all week to think about this.
That's fucking classic, Sean. That's
great. We did just tell Gary's story about him getting drunk and, the Chris Farley airport story.
What's yours, Ryan?
What the fuck, man? All right, so I'm in high school, right? And my freshman year of high school, the beginning of my freshman year was rough, to say the least. I went through it, dude. So I'm sitting, like the class getting ready to start. So I sit down at my desk. So this dude that's on like fucking picking on me like ungodly. He comes around and he turns around, sits on the desk and he turns around and he just leans in and he completely pushes me over. So me, as I'm sitting, it's a desk with the fucking the chair with the desk, the table stuck attached to it. So I go down and it's like, so I'm all fat at this point.
You fat bitch.
Yeah, so like I'm so tired of getting picked on. Like I was like, the whole class is laughing at me, and I try to get up. I go to get up, and my fucking pants split. Like, dude, it was fucking.
Oh shit!
Like I had to hold back tears that day, dude. That was.
What did you do? Did you go home?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go home at that point, right?
Yeah.
You don't fucking stay in school with the split pants.
Nope. That was rough. But I will say, 2-3 days later,
I'm sorry,
that dude fucked with me again, and I had enough, and he fell down a flight of steps.
Nice.
From that day forward, nobody fucked with me.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Fucking.
I remember senior year, I was in the wrestling and shit. I had a Goldberg shirt on. That was Goldberg was like, and this fucking dude with glasses on. It's like, yeah, fucking Goldberg. So me and this kid Dave fucking took him to stair. I threw him down the fucking stairs. I threw this motherfucker down the fucking steps. So basically Dave held the fucking doors shut, and I threw him down the stairs. Turns out he's fucking retarded. I threw a retarded kid down the stairs.
Oh well.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I didn't know he was retarded until years later when I was graduate. Maybe I made him retarded. I don't know. It was years after graduating high school. I'm sitting at Santucci's Pizzeria or whatever. Or no, it's Nice Tavern. And this dude comes walking in, and I'm like, "Is that fucking dude?" And he's like, I'm fucking talking about, and they're like, "Hey, Jimmy, how are you?"
God.
Oh fuck, man. Yeah. So.
Hey, Jimmy, I just fucked your old lady after I threw you down the steps.
Yeah, and I remember Dave, like my buddy Dave, not the Dave we paid tribute to a couple weeks ago, but another Dave. Hey, isn't that the motherfucker you threw down the steps? Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
All right.
His mom blew me 10 minutes ago.
So one other one real quick, like I was on a Boy Scout trip and we were on a camping trip.
That's the end of that story.
I'm like, I'm real young. I'm 12 or 13, and I got this Steve Urkel shirt. So it was Steve Urkel, and it was all his sayings that he would say.
Did I do that?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So we're sitting around the fire, and I go to get up, and I fell in the fire in my Steve Urkel shirt. Like it was like, ah!
You fat bitch.
Oh, that's pretty good.
He's like, I remember roasting a marshmallow. Oh, this is a good one too. There's a couple of these. I remember roasting a marshmallow, and it caught fire, and I waved the stick around, and it landed on my knee.
Oh.
And I like got shorts on or something like that. And I'm like, I just jump up and I'm just like, trying to brush it off my knee and stuff. And there's my sister who's got to be about like, I don't know, 8. She's like, stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. like just nonchalantly, like I'm like freaking out. And she's just singing the song about like what you heard in school. And then that same place is my uncle's place in Maryland. And and everybody had the golf carts around, and they're driving. Everybody drives a golf cart. My cheap ass uncle had like the worst golf cart, and
Well, it's so funny, bro.
You were barely on cold, bro.
Yeah, you did. You fell asleep on the air.
Fell asleep for a minute.
Sorry, man. I'm fucking hungry.
Oh shit! Jesus Christ!
Cheers.
Oh yeah, keep drinking. Yeah, why not?
Jesus Christ!
That's a
fuck, bro.
You know what? I
don't even want to finish my story. Let's just move on.
I think we're gonna add that to Gary's list of embarrassing things. That is, like what Ryan's doing right now. Gary fell asleep.
Yeah, Gary, that was you. You were.
Yeah, dude, you literally fell asleep on the fucking. Oh, that's amazing. That
Yeah, what you do?
All right, so 10:45. What's that? Put it about 2.5 hours in. Gary, 2.5 hours in, you could actually look like
One
2
dog
hours.
goes
28
this way,
minutes in,
one
you could
dog
look
goes
yourself
that
in
way.
and see-
This
like
dog
that.
says, "What do you want from me?"
What do you want from me?
It's like Daddy falling asleep on the L.
What?
Standing up. Yeah, my dad falling asleep on the L, standing up.
Oh my god!
Like missed his stop for the L because he's leaning up against a pole out cold.
Yo, when we were kids, I pushed him out on Spring Garden Avenue.
Jesus, your dad?
Yeah, he caught up at me at Gerard Avenue, screaming, "You mother!" Sorry, Dad.
Spring Garden Street?
Yeah,
I'll
stop.
Man,
I'll stop.
you know what? I say we skip the fucking. I don't even talk about the Flyers right
Fuck
now.
the Flyers. Fuck the
I don't want
Flyers.
to talk about it. I say we skip the Flyers. I there's nothing to even talk about with them. That's how bad they fucking are.
Yeah, they don't believe in their coach, though.
Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
I don't know what there's to say. I mean, they suck.
Yeah. What's
Moving
going
on.
on? We'll just do the popcorn. All right.
All right.
All right. You got something, Ryan? You know what? I got embarrassed. You know what? Hold on. I got an embarrassing story, but it wasn't me. Nah, you know what? I shouldn't talk on the air.
All right. Let's move on to the popcorn.
I can't tell us. I can't tell us on the air. No.
Yeah, bro. What are you eating? Corn nuts?
It's that fucking bad.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Ryan. We got a corner pop popcorn. We're going to call the show.
Mike. It's Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike. All right, go ahead, Mike. We got a corner pop popcorn. We're going to call this show.
All right. Ready? Number 10.
So wait. What? Well, hold on, man.
I got honorable mentions.
Fuck.
Oh, all
You
right.
got to set it up. What year are we on?
We're on what, 79, right? Yeah,
Everything's fine on the 79. Put a nipple on that ripple.
Dude, what do you like? You just come up with the most random shit. It's the fucking best. Like the most random fucking shit you can think of. Like, if I can pull that out of my ass. All right. So Mike's
crunch,
got,
crunch.
all right. So Mike's got the
79.
year 1979. So for those who don't know, Corner Pop Popcorn, we're going through the last 50 years of movies because it's fun. And that's what we do. So Mike's got 1979. And because of that, go ahead, Mike.
Okay. So we'll do the top 10, and then we got some honorable mentions.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Number 10, ironically, is 10.
10.
The movie's called 10.
I don't know anything
It's a
about
romantic comedy.
that. 10 inches. Yeah,
Could be. That'd be romantic. All right, number 9. Number 9's a good one.
Coming soon in theaters. 10.
Alien.
A big cocky
nice.
Yeah.
The first one. Oh, that's fantastic.
A big cocky adventure.
People are shitting their pants in that movie, and they still do that.
Number 8. An action movie called Moonraker.
Moonraker. Okay, I heard that one. Yeah.
Okay. Number 7's a good one. The Jerk.
Steve Martin.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Nice. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
Number 6. The Muppet Movie.
Oh, wow. Hey, Mr.
Oh, I like the lamp, not the rat.
That's right. First one, yeah, that was the first one.
I like the Critics.
Oh, dude, yeah, the two guys in the balcony. They're the best.
If you ever watched the Eagles game with Mike's family, that's what it's like.
It's true.
And Beaker.
I don't know who. Yeah.
At least it's unfortunate. Two of the 3 that were in the
Mike's
balcony have passed.
Well, yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, I didn't want to bring it up, but yeah, you know what I was getting at, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, God bless them.
Yeah, that's right. It's out of love. It's out of love, man.
Number 5, Apocalypse Now.
Oh.
I gotta be honest. I hate that movie.
Yeah, it's not that great. It's overrated.
People rave about that movie. I don't get it. I think that movie sucks.
Yeah, it's overrated.
I could not get into it. I was out. Yeah.
Knew that was coming.
That's
Knew
fine.
that was coming.
Dude, he couldn't even keep his eyes open.
Did yeah. All right, number 4.
Wow, look at this, Dave Peterson. What a movie. So here, that's what I mean. Like, I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry. I couldn't. I don't know what it is. Could not get into it. All right.
Number 4, Star Trek.
I was never a Star Trek guy.
Never like Star Trek.
Never.
I like the reboots.
I don't like any of them. Like it's just not my. It's funny too because I like science fiction stuff. Like I love Star Wars.
I thought the new ones were good. I could not get into the original ones.
Yeah,
the new ones that J.J. Abrams did, I thought they were pretty good. What's his face? Whatchamacallit? Who? What the fuck's his name? That plays Kirk, Captain Kirk, the new Captain Kirk.
I couldn't even tell you.
I don't pay attention. All right, moving on.
All right, thanks.
Number 3, Rocky 2.
That's one of the that and the first one. Best ones. All right.
Next.
Shut up, Sean. Come on, the first 2 are really good, dude.
Yeah, awesome. Number 2, the Amityville Horror.
Oh, nice.
What
Chris
was it?
Pine. Chris Pine plays Captain Kirk in the new one.
Star Trek.
Really good in it. Amityville Horror is excellent. Really good.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Excellent. Yep.
And number 1. This actually started in December of '78, so it's impressive that it was the top grossing film in '79. Superman.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow. How about that?
Wow.
Top
that was good, man. That was good.
The first Superman was good, yeah.
So I got 10 honorable mentions.
Okay.
Number 11, Deer Hunter.
Again?
That was last week.
Yeah.
That was number 4, number 3.
It was in the top, yeah.
I didn't realize that was 78.
No, it was number 2. It was number 2.
Wow. Number 13.
Saddest movie ever made, man.
Meow.
Number 13, Escape from Alcatraz.
Okay.
That was on the list last week too, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think it was. Must have been the end of the year. 77.
Number 14, Meatballs.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm with you, Ryan. I don't know what the appeal with that movie was. Everyone
Nah.
gloats about the movie. It's okay. And then they made Meatballs 2, which is not that good either.
Hmm. So this probably would have been better if Gary was actually on Incoherent. The Black Stallion. Well, Black Stallion's the movie about the horse.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that a Disney movie?
Yeah, it's like a Disney movie. Yeah, but I just thought that Black Stallion.
I'm sure if I were to like see it, I'd be like, oh, but I'm drawing a blank.
If it was a dog, Ryan would have seen it.
Definitely.
But I don't know. I just thought that there was some sort of innuendo with the Black Stallion that would have come up at some point. But
all right.
Number 35. This actually came out in December of '78 as well. Every Which Way But Loose. Good Clint Eastwood with the orangutan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Number 36. One of them, a Dracula movie.
Yeah, how many? There was so many of them.
In July of '78, this movie still ended up being in one of the top grossing movies with Star Wars 4: A New Hope.
Yeah.
Damn, Jesus. Wow.
Number 53, Dawn of the Dead.
Nice. That was on the list. Yeah, I think that was in the top 10 list. Number 6.
Yeah, George Romero, man.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Two more. Number 56, Fiddler on the Roof.
Ah. Wow. So
I read the book. I don't know if I've ever seen a movie. I read the book.
It's tacky, very tacky.
Yeah.
It's like very bad sets, but the performances are good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then number 63, another classic, The Life of Brian, Monty Python.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yes, sir.
What was that number? What?
63.
Is that something that like the 63rd best movie that year was a comedy that people put?
Yeah, that was kind of a cult classic that probably gained some steam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dave Peterson said he was on the Fiddler Roof play at grade school as an extra.
An extra what?
Fiddle.
He was a fiddler.
He was a fiddler. Guys, it was fun. Thanks.
Just a couple fiddling bins. A fiddling bin. Yeah, I might take offense to that. I might take offense to that if I knew what it meant.
Still one of my favorite beers.
Oh yeah, dude, absolutely.
So are we having one more?
Yeah, not on the show.
Right.
Yeah.
All right,
guys. It was. We appreciate you guys joining us tonight. We thank
Dave, thanks for hanging on for us.
Yes, sir,
awesome,
Dave.
Awesome.
See you next week, man.
Absolutely. We'll preview baseball in general next week. We'll get more into the Eagles draft and what they do. Hey, who knows? They might make another trade this week. We'll talk about the Flyers next week. We kind of skipped them this week. I'm so sick to my stomach right now. I don't even. Yeah.
And the Sixers. Hopefully, the Sixers keep winning somehow without Joel Embiid. Hopefully, Joel Embiid's back by the time that we're talking next week.
Yeah, we're thinking.
Nice.
Well, before you came on the show, Mike, their next home game Saturday. That's what we're thinking when you're going to see them. Me and Sean, we're agreed. There's no point in bringing them back on the road trip.
All right. So
cool.
We will see you guys next week, Mike.
Penis out.
Yes, they're going to praises. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, everybody who tuned in. Thank you, guys. Facebook. Thank you, guys. See you guys next week. Twitter, YouTube. Nice.